Alrighty. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Definitely, as always, let me know if you can hear me at first. And obviously, we got a fun day ahead. So I'm excited to just jump into this with y'all. And, of course, want to welcome everybody in first. And then I'll kind of break down how this is going to go today because I didn't do the best job of explaining exactly how the guest function is going to work, but we'll get it figured out. Don't worry. But how is everybody doing, first of all? Let me see who's already shown up. Looks like at 8 a.m. we had Cameron Arms saying, "Don't tease Stan like that," and Ian Kim at 8:46 already dropping a super chat. Which, first of all, thank you for that. All proceeds today are going to charity. So this is like a charity stream mixed with some guests coming on and a giveaway and all that. So it should be a fun day. But I will save that question for Stan. He is not on right now. We got to go through some admin stuff first, and then we'll get to some guests in a little bit. But Ian, we'll come back to that. Don't you worry. And remind me if we don't for some reason, but I'll do my best to remember. We'll have a lot going on today. Let's see. We had Valandro who just showed up saying looking forward to the event. Actually, that was at before this even started too. Yeah, a lot of people were in here. Anthony too, CJ. Let's go. Channel member. Love to see that. Demon Master was in here too. Thank you so much. Travel fan. Man, a lot of familiar faces in here. I love to see that. And thank y'all so much. I mean, I'm going to be saying thank you a lot today for all the congrats and everything. But just off the bat, know that none of this is my doing, right? This is all of our community coming together to do this. So it's just something I wanted to celebrate with y'all. Hence the giveaway and all that kind of stuff. Like this is as much y'all's channel, if not more so, than my own. So excited to have y'all here today, though. I do expect a little bit of a lighter crowd because we just have, it's a random Saturday, so it's not quite as like on my normal scheduled streams, but still should be a lot of fun. Rampage said, "Is this credit card Infinity War?" It may be. I don't know. So many people leaving messages for Stan. So y'all are gonna have to save those for a bit, but don't worry, we will get to them. Jimmer, the PGA Pro, again, another familiar face, saying congrats on 50K. Been a watcher since like 3 years ago. That's crazy. Yeah, I'd love to hear like how long have all of y'all been around the channel, have seen my content, and kind of just been in this credit card space in general. I'd love to know. So maybe y'all drop those below, and I'd read through some of those. Oscar said absolute fire lineup. I'd like to think so. These are all really great guys, and there are so many more that I could have gotten to, and just like wanted to talk to so many different people. But luckily, there's a surplus of good folks in this space, so we'll have to do another one later too. What up, Valandro? Ruben? John McKinstry, that's so cool that you got to make it here. I'm glad I did it at a time that you could show up today, John. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for the congrats too. Nickel, John's credit and travel, Stephen Baker. My gosh, so many channel members showing up today. I want to be like you when I grow up. I don't know about that, man. Just trying to do my best out here. Boxer, Yatezi, is that how I would say that? Channel member as well. Rick, Ma, Ron, Daniel Rubio. So cool to see you here. Thank you for showing up. Mr. DeSoto. I think you might have some good news coming to you. I'm not exactly sure. We'll see. CJ, congrats. Thank you so much. Chad's Money Minutes. Wow. Great to see you here, man. Like I said, so many good people in this space. I'm sure a lot of the folks that I also wanted to invite are gonna be showing up as time goes on, but we'll have to do that in a future episode for sure, future live stream. Bill Mo, congrats, only 49,906 more than me. Look at this guy. He's still famous in his own right. Oh my gosh, there's so many folks in here, y'all. It's going to be hard to get through all these messages, but I just want y'all to know how much I appreciate it. Stinky Monkey said, I'm more stoked for Stan's cameo today than I am for Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, big news, right? I tried to keep it secret, but I couldn't not put him in the thumbnail. What up, Cameron? Thank you so much. Brandon Slusser said 2 weeks. Nice. New subscriber, hopefully. If you're not subscribed, maybe check that out. But appreciate you starting to watch. That's awesome. Rick Moth, 3 years. Wow, that's crazy, man. Thank you so much. Caesar Joel, good to see you too. Thank you for the support. Mr. Chris had 6 months. Nice. Okay. Sit here. Hearty congratulations. Keep rocking. I appreciate that. DeSoto said subbed 1 month ago. Gotcha, Gatsby. My gosh, guys, y'all are showing up today. Brandon R, Stinky Monkey Baby with the $5 dono, credit card Avengers. That's so sweet. I appreciate you. Token Nerd. Nice, finally making it down to the end here. We can get into the admin stuff. Itezi said, congrats on 50K. Only been on US credit since January, but plugged in all properly 3 to 4 months ago. Sweet. Getting a head start. That's good. What's up, Chad? Xavier, what just... I have an eagle floating in the chat here. Y'all see that? That's crazy. I'll get to that in a second. Xavier, member for 10 months. Wow, dude. He said, let's go, bro. Congrats. Up next, 100K. Should be coming soon, bro. And can't even say it today. Sorry. Hook 'em, though. But yeah, I appreciate you. Maybe one day we'll get that plaque. Man, I guess this isn't my normal angle. That plaque in the background, that'd be sweet. But I mean, I'm just here for the love of it. So I don't, this stuff is cool and I want to celebrate it with y'all because again, this is a milestone that we hit together. This is, really special and we should take a moment to celebrate it and just be looking forward to the next stuff. Gabriel, he's the one that sent the Jules Laughing Disco. I assume. Oh no, there's an eagle that came up after that. I missed the disco one. Dang it. Because I'm looking at 2 different chats here. But Gabriel sent Jules and an eagle. So thank you so much for that. I had never seen that before, to be honest. So that's a new one. Boxer been watching for 3 years. One of the first pages you started watching. That means a lot, man. Thank you. Thank you for still being here too. GZG, what's up, man? 100K subscribers win? I don't know. We'll have to see. Fam, Danny, congrats. Thank you so much. CG, Flow State. Man, I'm missing some of these. Thank you so much for all these jewels and everything, Gabe. That means a lot. The Avengers Live. Alrighty. So let's go real quick through the admin stuff here because I know y'all are waiting to see people, and I'm of course excited to get to chat with them too. But we need to go through some of this stuff first. So again, today 50K giveaway plus live Q&A with some guests. That's basically the idea here. Of course, thank y'all again for the continued support. I'm not gonna say it enough today, but I'm gonna be saying it a lot. I just appreciate y'all a ton. But the game plan is essentially first, in the next 15 minutes or so, we're going to just announce the giveaway winners. Hopefully some of them are in chat. That'd be cool. And then after that, basically at 12:30 my time, I'm going to start bringing in guests. This is how this is going to work because I should have done a better job of explaining this. And maybe, I could have done it a little bit better. But instead of having, each of these people stay on for 2+ hours that we're going to be going today, I wanted to do a longer stream with you and I, but I also want to bring in guests. So what we're doing is basically 4 30-minute slots with each different creator. That way you can also get to focus your questions at one at a time. I think that's going to be more helpful in that regard. And they don't have to commit to, 2-3 hours on their Saturday to hang out here with me. So they're going to come on at scheduled times. Real quick, I'll just tell you what they are. So if you're thinking about it, and you need to come back later to catch whoever you want to see, you can do that. So let me see if I can share the screen real quick. Actually, I'm not going to share it because it has some other stuff on it. But the schedule right now is that at 12:30, Luke's Points and Miles is coming on. So in about 20 minutes, he's going to be jumping on and talking with us so you can prepare some questions for him. Then at 1 o'clock, we're going to have Stan the Man come on. So basically 50 minutes from now, Stan's going to come on, and I know you'll have a lot of questions for him. He's been gone for a long time. He's coming back to hang out with us today, and I can't wait for that. It's going to be so much fun. At 1:30, we're going to have Rick from the RD Guarantee come on. So, we've had him on the channel multiple times, or I guess only one time recently, plus a live stream. Another collab video with him is coming out in, what is that? I guess not in 2 days, but the Monday after that. So excited to, me and him have kind of grown a connection over the past few months, and I'm excited to have him back on the channel. And then Anthony Venture coming on at 2 p.m. So those are the 4 guests. Luke, 12:30, Stan at 1, Rick at 1:30, Anthony at 2. 30 minutes with each of them. And then maybe, like I said, in the future, we can do an actual full-on everybody in one chat together. But I felt like that might be a little bit too much today. And again, didn't want to ask them to spend that much time here. So that's how the Q&A is going to work. Set some reminders if you want to come back at certain times. But I hope that a lot of y'all will just stick around and have me in the background of whatever you're doing. And then basically after that, at 2:30 or so, that's going to be when we kind of just come back check in on everything, count up all the donations, all of that, and kind of just reflect on what's been going on. So that'll be exciting. And then, of course, anybody that's missing this live stream live, you can check out the live shelf on my channel if you missed anything. So before we get into the giveaway, let me go back to the chat, see what's been going on. Boxer said, wait, how is there a celebration without the pup? Yeah, I didn't want to lock him in here for too long, but we'll get him in at some point. But yeah, my girlfriend's in the other room watching him and hanging out and studying for one of her licensing exams. So yeah, she's got him occupied right now, but we'll get him in at some point. Philandro, yeah, I hope so. We'll see. Yatezi said, how long did 50K take? Yeah, it's a good question. So I started this channel in March, I think March 3rd of 2022. So basically, I guess 4 years, essentially 4 years and 3 months. It's been a long time coming. Like it's a lot of work to, stay consistent enough to be in this for years in general. And that's honestly more the success in my eyes is just like being able to keep posting, even whenever stuff goes down, takes downturns for a while and all of that. Like just, I think being consistent is what I'm most proud of myself for. And then the numbers, they come when they do, but I'm just here to serve people. So I've never been a big someone to worry about that kind of stuff. And yeah, I love where we're at. Like I could not be more proud of this community. So I guess roughly 4 years would be the answer. Yes, Rick Ma, this is going to be the giveaway that y'all entered on the form that I posted on the community feed a while back. I think we had 600 entries. So best of luck to y'all, but we'll see. I appreciate you, Belandro. Yeah, I mean, I think that we're good enough friends where they would want to spend time with me, but that's a lot to ask them on a Saturday when like Luke, for example, he's got kids he's got to take care of, so I don't want to do that. CJ, he said 50K for 50 hours live. I did not say that. We'll probably go for about 3 hours today. But yeah. So saving the best for last, Anthony at 2. Yeah, Anthony will be the last guest coming on at 2, and I'm excited for it. Awesome, Yatesi. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Uncle Luke is ready for Big Tom Kim to join the chat. Exactly right. Caesar got a question for Uncle Luke. Can Uncle Luke share secrets to become as roughly handsome as him? We'll have to make sure to ask him. Ask it again in about 15 minutes. Oscar, my God, this joke with Anthony. Anthony, we love you. Don't worry. It's not the bar, Brandon. It's not the bar. She does. Well, I don't even know how much I really want to share, but she works for an architecture firm, so she does stuff in that field. But yes, Nick, Stan the Credit Frog is showing up. Ahmad, let's go. Ahmad is longtime channel supporter, moderator in this chat. So if y'all act up, Ahmad will kick you. But also, yeah, manages the Discord pretty much, like very heavily. So I appreciate him for that. And yeah, so I appreciate you being here. The charity hasn't officially been decided, but there have been a couple of options that were left on my community post this week that are the most likely choices since I haven't had any others. But if y'all have more recommendations, feel free to comment them here. But honestly, maybe more likely comment them on that post that I asked y'all to put the charities under. And that's the 50K. Like we hit 50,000 subscribers post. But yeah, okay, let's get into the giveaway now. I think that's what a lot of y'all have been waiting for. But we only got about 15 minutes before Luke joins us. So, all right, first things first. Like I said, I think we had about 600 or so entries to the form that I sent out, which is great. That does mean that it's going to be pretty hard to win one of these, right? I think total we have 29 winners, which is really cool. Like I'm really glad to do that. The most I'd ever done before this was 25, so we topped that. I couldn't keep up with the same pace of, I think at 25K is when we did 25 winners, but 50 winners for this was a lot. And I already had to get a lot of support from sponsors and stuff like that to make this giveaway happen. But I'm proud to say that we beat 25 this time. So again, though, giveaway winners today, 600 entries. You do need to respond to my email that I'm going to send out within 72 hours, or I just have to move on to somebody else. We got to get this stuff moving, right? And I have all my emails scheduled to go to the winners at 1 p.m. Central, so in 45 minutes. So that's where you'll know for sure that you won, but I will show them on screen here. Well, let's see. Let me see. Make sure. Okay, so are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the giveaway? Let's see. I am first going to show, what am I showing first? Oh yeah, we have 3 consulting calls as well as, I think the blueprint winners. I think those are the first 2. So if y'all entered for those options, this could be you. Okay. Philandro said we're ready. Perfect. All right. So for the 3 consulting calls, we have Mark Pearson, the Changer Banger, and then Ben Jammin. So those are the 3 folks that won a call with me. And obviously, like I said, you'll get an email here in 45 minutes. We'll schedule a call once you get back to me within 72 hours. If they don't get back to me, one of y'all in the chat might be able to win it instead. But I hope that they get back. For the credit card blueprint, Alexander Cash, Doan, I think is how you pronounce that, then X33 Raptor. Y'all 3 won those, and same thing. Whenever you get my email, respond to it. I'll send you a 100% discount for the blueprint. And then that'll get you in the email chain. So for all future updates, you'll get obviously for free like everybody else that's purchased it. But yeah, wanted to get you set up with that as a thank you. So these are the first 2 winnings, a call and the blueprint. These are the 6 people that won. Anybody in the chat win this? I don't think so. I haven't seen these names yet. While I wait for just a second, we'll go ahead and scroll through a few more of these chats. Nice, got your first ever welcome offer this week. That's awesome. Congrats. Jake Vanderpleg, let's go, dude. What's up? Long time no see. Anthony. I appreciate you, Valandro. It's not too late to suggest that, Ricardo. Definitely not. I would, like I said, go to that post and just leave it below that one. It was my community post from it was the 50,000 subscriber community post. Dang it, I didn't win. All right, I don't see any of these names that won these. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move to the next one. The next one is going to be the Extra Wallet, which was a very popular entry, as well as, I believe, yeah, the Max Rewards 12-month platinum subscriptions. So, drum roll, please. The next 3 winners for the Extra Wallet are Captain Cole, Alec Fleury, and then James Wang. So y'all 3 won. Same thing applies. Reply to my email. I'll get you connected with my guy at Extra, and he'll let you pick out your wallets. Great value that they're adding here, and they've been a long-time channel supporter. So I'm really appreciative of them for contributing to this. Even though we don't have any integrations or anything going out anytime soon, it's just like, oh no, I spoiled it. It's nice to have that kind of support from these companies. Don't go back to that screen, guys. We're moving one at a time. For the 12-month Max Rewards Platinum subscription, which is a tier that I honestly don't even talk about as much because it's even more feature rich than the gold tier, but it's mainly focused at business owners. Good for anybody. But the people that get to test that out for 12 months are Tran Chris, Chris Dobol, Bandar, Beth, and Lucy Starr. Yeah, Beth, that's a little bit broad, but hopefully, you'll get my email so you'll know if it's you or not. Anybody in the chat won this one? I don't think so as well. I think there's one name in here that's on the next screen that was in the chat, but I'm not 100% sure. Congrats to the winners. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you, Ahmad. I appreciate that, Valandro. That's cool. Token Nerd, what up? All right. So that was the next few giveaway winners. Now we move one more over. The next ones are the 12-month Max Reward Gold subscriptions, as well as the 50% discount off of 12 months Max Rewards Gold. Both winners, including the Max Rewards people here, again, respond to my email. I'll get you in contact with my contact there, and then y'all get to move it from there. So this is a lot of folks. I got to move the chat for this one, actually. For 12 months of Max Rewards Gold, Simply Andy here won one of those, which is awesome. I don't think he's in here right now, but Andy's a great dude. He has a great channel as well, which honestly, y'all have probably seen some videos from. So it's cool that he won one of these. River Dressler won, Colin won, Ryan Selesky, and Mr. Desitol. I believe that you were in here, right? Let me see. Where did he go? Oh, it might be Mr. DeSoto. That's why I got confused here. That's a 1. Mr. DeSoto. Yeah. So subbed a month ago and now is winning a free Max Rewards Gold subscription. So thank you so much for the support over the last month, and I hope many more. And then we got that 50% off tier. That's Garrett Miller, Gabrielle. I think both of those have the same name, actually, whenever I was going through this. Troy, Austin, Carlos Molina, Muji, the JDM, Kyle Little, Nilo, Robert Goodman, and that is all 29 of our total winners. So, the JDM is in here. Awesome. Congrats on that, man. Like I said, get that email in about 40 minutes, and then you can respond to that, and we'll get it all taken care of. Lindsay Minna said, I don't know why I didn't enter to win any of these. Such a great value. Congrats to everyone. Well, I'm glad you think so. I mean, I feel very lucky to have the support of especially these sponsors here, Max Rewards and Extra, who wanted to contribute to this. They've supported me for years, and I really like their teams and their people. So very appreciative. And then also definitely stoked to get to have a call with 3 folks I haven't met yet: Mark Pearson, the Changer Banger, and Benjamin. And the blueprints, are the basically the management spreadsheet that I use for everything that I offer on my website. So I'm glad that people get to try that out and hopefully just better their credit card journey. But yeah, let's see here. Let's go ahead and remove this screen. And again, congrats to everybody. Yep, Ahmad, thank you for that. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, just announce all of the winners. You can rewind and see. Valandro said, just send me an email in 40 minutes to say hi. These are all scheduled already. We'll be live at 1, so I won't be sending that, but I can say hi to you here. Stace, awesome. Good to see you here. Yatezi said Max Rewards Gold is so good, even for me with only an Amex and Chase so far. That's awesome. Mikey, congrats on 50K, and congrats to the winners. Thank you. Xavier said, well, I'm 0 for 2 on the wallet giveaway. Maybe 3rd time's the charm. Yeah. I know I maybe should just do a little bit more of them because, this one had a lot of entries and a lot of people wanted the extra wallet. So big time win for those folks. Stay said, congrats to Odin too. Yeah, maybe real quick, I'll get Odin in here. I know we already have a guest waiting. I see you there. Hopefully, Luke, you're all good to go. You can shoot me a text if you need more time, but we'll get going at that normal time. Let me grab Odin real quick, y'all. Odin. There he is. Come here. Up. Here is the man himself coming to say hi before we get really into the Q&A session or section of this live. But he's also a big reason that we've grown such a great audience, It's all Odin's doing. Let's go. Star of the show. Alrighty. Odin. Look, he already wants to get back out there. Yes, sir. Yeah, if y'all are members in the channel, you can send your little stickers of Odin. I made those a while ago, and I wish I got used more, but you want to go back out there and sleep? All right. Now we are here for open Q&A and just hanging out. Just to confirm again, Luke, you're all good to go. You can give me a thumbs up. Okay, perfect. All right. Y'all, get your questions ready. We're going to go ahead and bring in our first guest a little bit early, which I think will be helpful because then I can have a couple extra minutes between each guest. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring on the man himself, Uncle Luke. Luke, how's it going, man?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I got you loud and clear. Hopefully, audience got you too. You get a fresh cut?
It's a great Saturday. Great weather, great Saturday. First off, before we do anything, congratulations on 50K.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I don't think a lot of people can appreciate how difficult that is. Probably is, because I don't know if I'll ever do it. But YouTube is a hard gig, man. It's a really hard job for someone to pick. Before I forget, I was thinking today, I want to let everybody know that 10% of the people that watch all of our videos, your videos, my videos, 10% of the people that watch them are not there to be entertained. They're only there to watch so they can correct you about something. It's really a difficult job putting your face out there and putting yourself out there. And to get 50K, man, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of dedication, and congratulations.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, one of the best things I think I've done throughout this process is connect with people like yourself, because we all get to kind of go through it together and learn from each other and also just make connections and get to do something like this. It's so nice. But
Well,
yeah,
just to piggyback off what you said, just me being in the space with people like you. I tell my wife all the time when we go to these meetups and stuff, I go, we don't get to be around people like this.
yeah,
It's a high caliber family, I guess.
yeah.
Um, Everybody is it's just it's nice to be around really good people that are ambitious
Hmm.
and like that. So yeah, just
Yeah. Yeah, out of curiosity, just for people that maybe haven't, I mean, I think everybody here has seen you, but just for people that don't know your backstory on this, like, what made you get started in this space?
my story is pretty common with everybody here. I I've been at the same job for 25 years, but I at one point in my younger days, my 30s, I was making good money. I was making six figures, and I was broke. And
Yeah,
you work 12, 14 hours a day. You have all this stuff going on. You're spending, you're shopping, you're doing this, and I'm like, wait a minute. According to this study here, I should have a lot of money. I don't have any money. I had
yeah,
credit card debt for no reason, absolutely no reason at all. So I got into my first thing was personal finance. Very first thing I did was pay off credit cards, squared away my personal finance, and then at some point I started seeing, well, maybe I should use these credit cards the right way.
yeah,
Started that way. Started with my first real credit cards. You'll laugh. The Fidelity cashback card is so popular today. That was one of my
yeah.
first cashback cards. The Fidelity cashback card helped me buy a rental property.
Oh
So
yeah,
that
I remember the story. It's so
yeah,
good.
and I was into that. I was doing the rental properties, and then um, my work sent me somewhere, Santa Cruz, California. So I took my wife and kid, and I thought, man, I used to travel a lot. This traveling's really fun. I'm going to start dipping my toes in this travel game because I thought it was really complicated, and it is. It's
Yeah,
tough to get into. And around the same time, man, we were kind of on the eve of the worldwide pandemic,
yeah,
and started watching the YouTube credit card stuff, and like a lot of us, man, not to sound cocky, but the what's the meme? I don't know what television show it is, but it's the older guy, and the guy comes into my Home Depot and says, "What can I get for you?" And he goes, "I know more than you." So
yeah,
I don't, you know who I'm talking about. I don't know who
yeah,
that actor is, but I kind of felt like that. I go, you know what? COVID's coming. I need a hobby. I'm going to learn this game, and I'm going to make my own videos. And at that time, I didn't even have a computer.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I had to relearn technology, and I had to actually pick up all those different skills you have to have. And it's been fun ever since. It's been super fun. Like you said, I've got to meet an entirely different class of people
hmm,
that I'm used to. My family has benefited so much because, man, my little boy has been to all over the place. So
right.
it's been nothing but positive. So yeah, and that's probably a pretty common story like that, but um,
Yeah,
that's my journey in a nutshell.
I think it's impressive. 'Cause I remember like that first meetup that we did in Vegas was like, I mean, when was that? 2023? That's kind of
I
crazy if
think
it was
so.
really that
Yeah.
long ago, but I think it was because I was like right whenever a lot of us had first kind of started.
Yep.
Um, and I remember, you talking about the technology side of things and like not using a computer until like recently or whatever it was. Back then, I was like, that's just crazy. Like committing to not only doing YouTube but learning all of that is impressive. And I think like what that also led to is a ton of like you're one of the most authentic people that I know in this space. I mean, just in general, but in this space especially. And it's like I think that kind of like closeness to the audience and like not being like super highly edited and all that kind of stuff like has actually been a strength for you. And I think people really appreciate that. Maybe people can back that up here. But I've always really come back to like your channel as well as everybody else in this that's going to be here today for like a sense of kind of like comfort and just like knowing what I'm going to expect and getting to laugh a little bit
Yeah.
at your videos and see the B-roll that we all love
It's it's
and all
funny
that.
you say that because that was absolutely not the plan when I started my channel.
Yeah.
I told my wife my channel the focus of my channel was going to be the information and the
Yeah.
credit cards, and it wasn't going to be about me at all, and it wasn't going to have a bunch of opinions or anything. Like I used to watch people's YouTube videos and get mad when they cracked a joke. because I would
Really?
say, "Hey, man, I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn. I'm not here to laugh." So it's funny how my channel kind of took a completely different turn, and
Yeah.
and it. But
I mean, I think at the
that's
end,
the. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say at the end of the day, like you can get the information anywhere. I think what people come to
Yeah,
YouTube for is like you. It's like your personality while also giving the information. So I think that's what, yeah. Again, everybody
it's
that I'm bringing on today has done a good job of.
it took me a minute to realize that like the information's out there. It's the delivery and the kind of the extra and you know
Yeah.
I, I guess I have to be funny because I'm not young and pretty anymore, but that's
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 not true.
okay.
Did you see Caesar's question earlier? That just reminded me
I
actually.
did. See, Caesar knows that those secrets are secrets for a reason. We can't have
Where he like
everybody out here looking ruggedly handsome. It
exactly,
would disrupt the
exactly.
whole balance of things. We just can't. Caesar has his own secrets. He looks like he's 32.
Yeah, that's a good point. There it is. I finally found it. This was the question for those that didn't see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. It's so cool
Cesar
to see all the
knows.
familiar faces in here.
Yeah, I haven't
But
talked to Cesar in a while. Nice to hear from him.
I know. I get to check in every once in a while through stuff like this. But before I move on any further, Brad just came in with a massive super chat of $50. Congrats on 50K. I wanted to stop by, but we'll catch up on the live later. That's crazy. Just
That's
coming in,
awesome.
dropping the love, and dipping. And I appreciate that a ton, Brad. And it's going to go to a good place, of course. For people that are just stopping in, this is all proceeds are going to charity. I'm going to match up to $500 as well, and
Oh
we're
wow.
going to push all that out. And so if you've never donated before, maybe because you don't like me enough, maybe you want to support this charity, and I can send it on all of our behalf. But yeah, so thank you so much, Brad, and hopefully we'll catch you up later in the stream. But oh yeah, and then Trey said that was Nick Offerman from Parks and Rec. That makes
Okay.
a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
That's.
Yeah,
I don't know their names. I just saw the meme. I know more than you, and I
yeah,
know he's an
yeah.
internet favorite.
Makes
So
so much sense. Phil Mo saying, "What's up, Luke?" Let's
what's up,
see.
Phil? Phil Mo.
Phil Mo, the like farmer, the comment like farmer, as I like to refer to him as. He gets people riled up in my chat in my comment section. Um, let's see. I
So
think
so
he
here's a
just said,
question for you. Let's turn it around on you.
yeah,
50K, 50 our YouTube space is not a huge space. So 50K is a substantial amount of subscribers for a credit card YouTuber.
hmm
Now, I know you're going to say it's not about subscribers, it's not about this, but you have to have these incremental goals in mind.
yeah,
So let's put you on the spot, and you can't say you. I want a definitive time. Let's get a prediction. How long do you think it's going to take to hit 100K? Because this is why I ask. It's not going to take the same amount of time as 50K made.
right,
There's a point where this doesn't go linearly. It goes
hmm
straight up, and 100K is the logical next step. And there's only a couple people there.
yeah, yeah. I know it's tough
And
because
here's the second part of that question.
mhm,
What is one thing you're going to do to get there? One thing you're going to do differently to get there?
yeah. I think if I'm strategic with it, I think that that's something that's doable within, like, say, the next 12 months. I really do. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, but I think there are ways to do that. And I've started. I think one of the reasons that I got to 50K quicker than expected is because, like, recently I've been trying to branch out into a little bit of, like, more general personal finance, like one video a month here and there, just to see, like, if we can reach a new audience and maybe bring them into this credit card space too. So I think if I have more videos like my, like, Fidelity Cash Management one that did really well, which is just, like, kind of blew my mind. If I just have a little bit bigger ideas, I think we might be able to reach a bigger audience, and that might support that. So that's kind of like a tentative goal. Yeah, I guess if I don't hit that by this time next year, no big deal. But I think it's
Right.
doable with the exponential growth. So
I like that
we'll
answer
see.
because we as we all know that is the hard part of growing your channel.
Yeah,
That leap from credit cards to the bigger it's been really difficult for some people.
yeah. And it's also like I don't want to, like, my goal with this channel isn't to necessarily have, like, I don't want to have like a million plus subscribers. Like, that's not really a goal of mine. Like, I want to serve the audience that I love being a part of, right? Like, I'm part of the same credit card audience. So I never want to, like, change all my content to that. It's just sprinkling it in where it makes sense and making sure it still connects in some regard. So yeah, but I'll say it now since you made me do it. That'll be the goal, is like 12 months from now, see if we can make that happen. But yeah, we got a lot of folks in here that are ready to say hi to you. So sorry, I've been skipping them by.
So that's
Lukey
funny,
poo.
Lukey Poo. I had a And that's that. I had a high school girlfriend whose dad used to call me that.
Oh, that's not the
Yeah, it's
girlfriend,
like
but the dad.
no, the dad who to be kind of not cool.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, trying to not say any choice language here.
Yeah.
Um, all right, there's a lot of stuff going on. I think I'm going to start from the bottom here since I see a question, and we can just start with this one. So Trey said, in regards to Luke's recent video on getting points where you can and then planning your travel, have y'all noticed it's harder to get accepted for sign-up bonuses? Amex has only approved me for a Hilton Honors card. You
Yeah,
can start with that if you want.
I think that's just we peaks and valleys. There's times when, well, for how many years has Amex been shoving business bonuses down our throat? Like
Right.
they want you to get that can't stay like that. So for me, it's a matter of velocity. It's harder for me to get approved for cards right now, but and I say that, but I'm still getting approved for them every month. So
Yeah.
yeah, I know Amex. I can see Amex kind of tightening the strings a little bit. But you bring up the Hilton Honors. Right now, the Hilton Honors no lifetime language offers are still available until like the 30th. So they're
Yeah.
still out there. They're if you know where to look and they're keep your eyes open for them. But yeah, I think they're Chase is the big culprit in changing how they do their bonuses.
Hmm.
City for me, it's been very difficult to get any bonuses with City for me. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's that's just how it's going to be.
Yep. How many, I guess, at what point did you start to see that? Because I know you've always had like a pretty like run and gun approach with your applications. Like, has this been have you seen it, I guess, increase over the past, say, 12 months compared to before, where these denials are coming in more or whatever?
It's hard. Yeah, I mean, maybe 12, 24 months. I say harder, but like I said, I still have over 50 cards, and I still and somehow end up working on a bonus every month. But
Yeah.
it is hard with Chase. The 524 is always going to be tough to defeat. Couple of years ago, we were all getting Chase Ink cards once a month, well
Yeah.
over 524.
Yeah.
So it's people will say there's a recession coming. I don't. I'm not an economist, and the weird thing is through all these different recessions, I've done nothing but earn more income and do better. So I'm not even sure what a recession is anymore. Besides interest rates, I know what interest rates
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
So I don't really fall for that. Well, the economy's bad, so they're not giving as many bonus. I don't know if that's true. I do know that
Yeah.
the redemptions are getting tougher.
Yeah. That I've heard a lot from my audience too, and you're probably the best person to ask about this because you're traveling as much as you do. Um, Again, I've had multiple people reach out telling me like it's almost impossible for them to find any good business, first class redemptions at all anymore. Like they're hundreds of thousands of miles.
Yeah.
Have you seen the same thing? And like, why do you think that is?
Well, let's take two popular programs and two really popular redemption models for most of us in this game. Let's take North America to Europe, and let's look at Aeroplan and Flying Blue.
Hmm.
It used to be I could just if I wanted to go to Europe April 1st next year, I could go to either one of those websites and book a flight to three, four, maybe five different destinations. It would be 60K for Aeroplan, whatever, 55 or 60K for Flying Blue. Now you use a tool like Seats.aero, and you might not see anything from Flying
Yeah.
Blue for different months at all.
Yep.
You might see 300,000 miles or
Yeah.
250,000 miles or um, Aeroplan's not as bad, but Aeroplan just anecdotally, my experience has really shrunk award availability, and it's almost like I can go to Porto, maybe I can go to Lisbon. Um, Even Frankfurt's shrunk. You can go to Warsaw, but it's a lot different now. So, so I've noticed really from those two programs,
Yeah.
Iberia seems to be a little bit less to Madrid. They're still there, but those really good deals don't seem to be there as much. Um,
And why do you
so
think
I,
that is? Is it a mixture of all these new award search tools plus people just learning more about this space? Like, is it the airlines themselves? Probably a
if it's
combination of all
more
of these,
people
but
redeeming, then I would be surprised because I'll look way out. I'll look as far out as I can. I just think it's, I'm not going to pretend like I can run a credit card company or a credit card rewards
Right.
company. I don't know all those things. I just know that for me, who I'm a person who's constantly looking for North America to Europe, almost like not every day, but almost every day. And
Mm,
it's a lot more difficult, at least with those two. And those are two super common, you
right.
know, Avianca, I've seen some good stuff. But just like, I'm doing a meetup in January in Santiago, Chile, and you want to talk about a challenging redemption. That has been very difficult. I originally booked it through Virgin on Latam
Hmm.
Airlines. Well, they changed my flights to where it was just completely unacceptable. Even then, it was 95,000 miles each way.
Wow.
That's not a deal.
Yeah.
So I've booked 3 different trips so far because it is so. I booked an economy trip and I decided I love myself too much to do that. So now my latest has been an Avianca
Okay.
business class with an extra stop. So
Yeah.
it's just been challenging, and that's the name of the game, I guess. Things change and you adapt and you stay one step ahead. But man,
Right.
it is the redemptions I think have been more difficult, and I'm not even talking about domestic economy stuff, which
Yep.
could be 35,000 miles for a 3 hour flight. You're like,
I know. Yeah, you used like that. The arbitrage was obviously, internet. It has always been international. That's already getting tough. But then, yeah, the prices in the U.S. are just so ridiculous. It's crazy. But I mean, that's like one of those things. Like it's a hard balance because I do think obviously like the more exposure that people have to this stuff, the better. Because that's what we're trying to do is teach people how to do what we do essentially. But that does introduce more people trying to get your space. I don't think that's the biggest issue, but it's one of them, right? So whenever these banks and airlines see that happening, I imagine they're trying to get as much value per customer that they can, and that might mean they can just raise the prices without having much worry because somebody will pay for it, you know.
mhm.
Um, but yeah,
I think
I'm
the
not sure.
learning curve and the difficulty is always going to be on our side. We're not
Yeah,
going
it's a
to have
barrier.
mass amounts of people traveling to other continents on partner awards. That's not going to happen. It's
Yeah,
we're different. Even the guys amongst our community don't do it because it
yeah,
is difficult and it's complicated. And most people these days, if we're anything in 2026, we're all busy.
hmm,
Everybody's busy. So a lot of people just do not have the bandwidth to sit down and try to find an award space for 3 people. That's the other thing.
yeah,
Like you're going by
yeah,
yourself. You got it made. Go with three
right,
people. Go with 4 people. Holy smokes!
yep. Yeah, not to mention the cost, but also just like the time it takes to find something like that if you ever even can. Um, yeah, let's see. There's some people that have brought up a couple things. Looks like Straight Criteria said, I pulled our first business class Boston to Rome through Aeroplan for next April. Kept looking and pulled last night at 75K each on Lufthansa. I know it's not the best, but it's a first.
Yeah. And see, your first thought is that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Boston to Rome, straight shot. That's awesome. And then you're like, Aeroplan's business class kind of sucks. Like
Yeah,
it's
right.
it's not what I want to fly over there. But it sucks it sucks compared to a more premium lie flat experience. But it doesn't suck, you know, compared to
I
sitting in
guess
the
he's
back.
is he saying that he's flying Lufthansa though, I guess
Yeah,
here through
he'll use
Aeroplan?
Aeroplan points to fly Lufthansa. Um,
Is Lufthansa's business class not as good?
the brand new stuff is, but
Yeah.
in the last few years, it's been like 222.
Oh,
So
okay.
you
Yep.
don't really have a dedicated seat. And I could be wrong, but that might even connect in Frankfurt. So
Yeah.
now you're talking about
That's
I'm not even going direct there.
right.
But
I think all the
Rome is a
Lufthansa flights
tough
from here do that.
redemption. Yeah, Rome is a tough redemption. We went. I think you went last year. All of us went
Mhm.
last year,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not an easy ride, man. I ended
No.
up going outside my comfort zone for that one, and I booked ITA, the
Mm.
Italian airline from JF, and I had to fly separate for my wife and kid.
Yeah. It's just
Uh,
yeah, it's crazy. I think we get somewhat lucky in the sense that we have a good Air France route from Austin straight to Amsterdam essentially, and then that's how
yeah.
we get to anywhere in Europe. But even like that got more expensive since because I did
Mhm.
Croatia the year before, and then I did um, yeah Italy last year. It was more expensive already. So and then not to mention you can't get back the same route. It takes it's so much harder to get back. So
We actually
that
came
was
back
a bit of
through
a nightmare.
Naples. We came back
Okay.
through Naples on United, and I'll say for this, I'm not a big United fan, but the United Polaris business class was. I'll do it. I'll do it any day of the week. It was.
Yeah, I want to do a
It was
Polaris at some
big.
point. We did
Yeah.
the Emirates, like catching that fifth freedom leg from Milan to JFK, and then JFK back to Austin on just like Delta. Um, but yeah, those are the only two. Like I've only done Air France and Emirates really, which I guess they're both solid for sure. But what's been like your
Sure.
favorite business or first class experience so far?
He, see, that's a difficult question. The best was probably Qatar, Q
Okay.
Suites, and that was
Yeah.
my first one, so I spoiled myself the first one. But to me, it's the seat, and I need to
Yeah.
obviously I need a bigger seat. Like the small seats is not going to. And I've also discovered that I'm really not going to sleep even on a lie flat. It's just not
Mm.
really going to happen. So to me, the best business class is the cheapest one to get me as close to my destination as possible.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
I did Iberia in January to Madrid and didn't even try to sleep because their seats were really nice, lie flat, newish, but they were so narrow. I'm not going to
Yeah.
sleep anyway. But it was only like a 5 hour flight from Boston, so it's like
Right.
that's the one I want. Great deal,
Yeah.
shorter.
Yeah, that's great. We got a lot of questions in here for you. I see my buddy Damon came in here. No comment, but I'm glad that we can help you do that. Um, There's so much stuff going on here. Let's see. Trey mentioned his redemption. He said finally found Iberia from DFW to Madrid, premium economy for 37.5. He said he wasn't able to swing the lie flat, but
Yeah, but
I mean,
that's I like that 37.5 points. See, that's how much it cost me to get to Vegas
yeah,
or
yeah,
you know
exactly.
something. So that's I like. Here's my other thing. If you can physically do economy, I would that's all I would do. Like
Yeah,
if I was younger, and I don't hate to pull the old card, but when you're older, you value comfort a little bit more. If I was younger, I would take all these 15K flights to Europe in economy all day long.
yep, and that's exactly what Daniel said here. He said his redemptions are easier to find because he's traveling solo and doesn't mind the time or the quality of the flight right now.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, I can even say like that's another reason that my Italy trip was harder to book was because I was doing it even just for two people instead of one, and that
yeah,
makes it a lot more difficult. But yeah, whenever you're talking about three or four, I mean, it's really,
yeah.
really challenging. Um, Here's a question from Steven real quick. He said, do y'all feel with the constant devaluations that eventually points won't be worth it and the banks will be forced to make a change?
Yeah. I've questioned it a couple times myself, and I've really only questioned it is there's going to be a lot of instances where it's not going to be worth my time and effort and points to make everything right. And it to enhance that kind of opinion, the cash back game is always going to be 5% on almost everything. And it turns out I can buy flights. So
Yeah.
I think at some point you're going to have to either be really, really flexible or not really care about the deal as much. And I think when
Hmm.
you start not caring about the deal as much, that's when cash back might make more sense.
Yeah. I just explored that in my recent video on Monday. And it's like it's crazy when you do the math. I think you're actually one of the first people that even brought it up to my attention. The whole like basically if you're never redeeming for more than like one I think it's 1.67 is the break even point for like a 3x card or yeah, 3x card versus 5% cashback, then you're better off with a cashback setup.
Mhm.
And I think that is how the majority of Americans are traveling. It's just domestic economy for the most part. So it's like those people actually might be better off with a full 5% cashback setup than trying to chase this points and miles stuff that then only returns them 1.4 or 1.5 cents per point. So
Sometimes less.
yeah, these days a lot of times less, I should say, because like even like United, like all those programs are like 1.2 to 1.4 cents per point now on average. It's just
The,
not.
the appeal in the travel game is it's fun for a lot of us. There's
Yeah,
always there's always that feeling, even if you know it's not true. There's always a feeling I got this for free. I didn't spend
right.
any of my money on it, and it's always going to be appealing. It's going to be always going to be fun and cool. But when you get really down to that math, there's a lot of people that should be really getting them credit union 5% cashback cards. But
Yeah, yeah. I think the tide will continue shifting towards people like realizing that that's the case over time. Like it's just we haven't really had to, because even for the longest time, like if you just had Chase points and we're transferring to Hyatt, you're definitely beating cashback, you know. So it's just like now you got to reevaluate
But
way
not if
more
you're using the
consistently.
Hyatt card. Not if you're using the Hyatt
Yeah.
card.
Well, wait, in what way?
If you're using the Hyatt card, you're getting maybe what, 1 or 2 points per dollar?
Oh,
Or
I see.
one
If
or-
you have the Hyatt card, yeah.
yeah. It's
Yep.
it's tough, and I think we spend a lot of time really focusing on those numbers when they don't matter as much.
Yeah.
What really matters is you're not going above your means, you're playing the game, and you're satisfied with what you're getting.
Yeah. And everybody's preference is different. That's kind of the thing. It's just like if you love the hunt, then keep doing, like it's fun, then keep doing it, you know? Like it's a personal preference thing. We just got another super chat from Trey here. $20, trying to work our way towards the $500 match. Y'all are trying to make my
nice.
money go today, which I actually really love. I think I actually can set goals for these streams, but I don't know how
Nice
that
move, Trey.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing that. That's awesome. Yeah, we're already at, because we had Brad with a $50 spot. We've had multiple donations already. This is crazy. So we're making our way there, and I appreciate y'all a ton. But yeah, no question there. So let's see. I guess we got about 10 more minutes or so. We'll see who's jumping on. Oh, it's Stan jumping on next. So once I see him in that bottom box, I'll bring him on so you can say hi to him too.
Good.
We can have a little
Good. I haven't
three-way
talked
call
to him
for
in
a
a
second.
while. I send him a meme or two once in a while.
Yeah. I know. He's a busy dude. Speaking of being busy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with every adult is super busy now. It's not like our dads. Our dads got off work at 4:00 and sat down and had a beer on the couch and watched the baseball game. Nobody I know can do that.
yeah.
Like, nobody.
And you think that's just what reason do you think that is?
It is. There's way more ambition right now. There's way more opportunity now. There's way more. We digest and disseminate information differently, completely differently. There's a constant flow of information through us all day long. The doctors are even telling us to put our phones down an hour before bed. None of our dads or grandpas had that problem.
No. Yeah, it's so true.
They fell asleep on the couch after dinner.
Yeah. One of the Dave Ramsey takes that I agree with is like his whole take on like keeping up with the Joneses and basically how skewed that's gotten these days. Cause he's like, back in the day, you knew the Joneses, they're sitting, they're right next door to you. So you knew whenever they bought that car, they couldn't afford it and that they had marital problems in the household. But these days you get, comparison to everybody in the world at their best on social media. And you're just trying to keep up with that. And it's just not healthy.
Social media is such an influencer on our, even if we recognize the dangers, it's so hard to avoid it. Like you really are only watching the best scenes of someone's very own reality show. It's not their life. And also, just to compound on that, different credit vehicles are more available now today. So anybody can go into crippling debt. You're encouraged to do it.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see. We got Coder came in here. Good to see you. I was chatting with him a little bit in Phillips Live yesterday. He said, in my opinion, you should do cash back day to day and just grab points from subs ahead of big international trips.
Do you remember Waller's wallet? Daniel Waller.
Oh,
Waller,
I loved his stuff.
He was good. He was a super smart guy. His strategy was cash back for daily spend, and he only used travel points when he went and got a sub. So he'd get the 100,000 point sub, and that's what he would book his travel. Now, obviously, you're not going to travel once a month doing that, but that's what he did. His day-to-day spend was all cash back. I missed that guy. He was good. He was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think Stan also had a very similar opinion. Speaking of Stan, like he does that hybrid approach is essentially what that is. But I agree. I do think it's a good approach for most people. It really, you have to do the math on how often you're traveling and how many travel points you need, essentially, compared to cashback. But everybody's number would be a little bit different. Trey said, Luke, when's your Houston meetup? He said, not far in Corpus and trying to make it.
It's on my Discord. I think it's September. It's whatever let me see. It's the football game. It's September 19th.
September 19th. I didn't know you were doing one in Houston. That's not far from it.
Well, here's crazy. It's crazy. One of the guys that is visits my lives and stuff, Mr. St. Patrick, he might be on yours too, but he's got season tickets to the Houston Texans Bengals or Houston Texans. So the Bengals are there September 19th, and he said he
Okay.
had an extra ticket. So I go,
Dang.
well, if you have an extra ticket, I'm going to Houston
Yeah.
because I
are
love
you-
Texas. Yeah, love Texas,
You're-
love Dallas. Go ahead.
And you'll be doing a meetup there too?
Yeah, I figured it's a small thing. I don't know how many people
Yeah,
are going to show up, but I figured if I'm in Houston by myself, why not take a rooftop bar, couple hour block, and get the opportunity to meet up with some cool people. So
Yeah.
September 19th, Houston. It's either the AC or it's a Marriott property. It's on my desk. It's either I get them confused. I get the AC confused with another brand they have. But
Well, I mean, shoot, I'll probably come down then. I mean, that's where my girlfriend's
That'd be
family is
awesome.
at, so maybe I can come swing by for that day. I need to be more plugged in apparently on Discord. I did not see
we can
that.
celebrate the Bengals whooping the Texans.
See, I'm not a Texans fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, which is way worse.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm not. I'd be okay. Oh my gosh, dude, this is just people just dropped everything in here. Woodsy, first of all, came in. He's been a member for
Oh, my
37
goodness.
months. Wow, over past 3 years. He said,
awesome.
"Congrats on the 50K. Not a person more deserving." That's just you're way too kind. And then of course, drop 10 gifted after that, contributing to that donation goal that we have set today. Oh my gosh, dude, it's moving right now. But Woodsy, thank you so much for that. I mean, it's literally been years of this. And Luke, I know you've seen Woodsy around too, but it's literally been years of him serving the community like this. So y'all should be really appreciative of him.
This is the best online community in any niche because you don't have a bunch of silly stuff going on, and if you do, it's pretty easy to squash.
Yeah.
But it's usually just a bunch, and usually the arguments are good arguments. You know, they're
right.
arguing a point of view or a point, and it's just a bunch of great people.
Yeah, I think we're all trying to help each other. That's kind of the big thing, right? It's like you're playing craps at a casino. It's like you're all kind of against the dealer here.
Yeah, the worst it gets is someone trying to prove they know more than you, and in which case you're learning, so it's great.
Yeah. And even then, they might be knowing more than you for their specific situation, but it just doesn't apply to you, and you can kind of like take what you can and move on. Which that's why I think it's good. The more creators we have, because the more perspective you get there.
Sure.
Dude, what is happening?
Yeah.
So George gave 1,000 jewels. I did see the GOAT trophy come up. So it's crazy. I've never seen these like stickers before or jewels
What
until
does
today.
that mean?
I don't know, but in the chat on the other, like on the YouTube screen, there was like a massive like sticker, like animation that came up of this goat with a trophy. So I guess maybe this is taken after TikTok more, where they do like the jewels and all of that. But I am super appreciative for this. I'm honestly not sure how much these are worth, but thank you. I'll do all the math at the end, and we'll send this all off to the charity that y'all voted on. So
awesome.
Thank you for that. Stan the Credit Frog just donated $50. Stan, who are these two studs? I guess he's getting ready to jump on. And Stan, if you can hear me, just join the back room and I'll add you in once you're ready. Maybe just shoot me a quick text and we can talk with Luke for a second, and then people got questions for you, man. But thank you so much for the donation. Oh yeah, people are ready for him. Then Woodsy just donated $50.
Wow.
Woodsy, what are you doing, man? He said, wait, you have a donation goal? $50 for 50K. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I guess the goal would be I will be matching $500 out of my pocket. So I guess that's like the initial goal is we're trying to hit that, which is insane. I think we're already getting fairly close.
That's great.
And then after that point, I mean, everything's still going to charity. So it's just as much as we can raise, essentially. But thank you so much for that. I mean, already over $100 he's donated today alone. So it's crazy.
It's awesome.
Let's see here. And then Anthony sends 6-7 jewels. Is your son into that? The internet? Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, he's into the internet, but I think he's cool enough to where it was not cool by the time guys are your age and my age learned it.
Yeah.
It was already gone.
Well, thank you either way, Anthony. Looks like we have some folks that really still live by the meme. Stan has entered the studio. Awesome. Well, we'll wait for him to get set up and we'll bring him in just a second.
You got a question that's going to make everybody mad.
Oh God.
What's your guys' favorite MasterCard?
Favorite MasterCard?
I know we have the same one. It's going to make 50% of your audience be mad.
What? Okay. You want to start or?
The Built Palladium, man. I don't,
Yeah,
as much as it makes people mad, the haters, I understand, but it's
Can't
too
argue with
good.
numbers.
It's too good right now. Yeah, it's
I mean, I literally, yeah, I mean, I talk about it. I feel like I talk about it all the time. Maybe, there's people in here that haven't heard us talk about it. So I always try to reiterate. But it's literally like almost the only card that I use outside of sign up bonus spending and
Built figured out
5x
how.
rotating.
Yeah, Built figured out how to make people spend on their cards when everybody else pretty much failed to do it.
Yeah.
Everybody else had to make stipulations and all this stuff, and Built just gave you the incentive.
Yeah. I mean, which is annoying. I think the annoying part is that we just had it so good before. But it's like, if you just don't live in the past and take what we have now and compare it to what we have on the market, you can't really beat it.
No.
At least for spending.
And it's been a godsend for people who want to garden.
Right. Yeah. That's a really good point. Stan, how are you doing over there? I obviously people can't see you, but Stan's ready to go. So Luke, you ready to say hi to him real quick?
Yeah,
we'll go ahead and
sure.
All right. Without further ado, all these questions that have been floating around, you can now start to ask them here in a second. But let's welcome in Stan, the Credit Frog. What's up, man?
What's
up,
up, everyone?
Stan?
Mic check 1, 2. Can you guys hear me?
I gotcha. It's so cool to see you on the
Right,
YouTube
sounds
again.
good. I know. Good to see you guys. I was telling Spencer that I was traveling today, and so I just wanted to make some time to just say congratulations on the 50K.
Thank you
Also
so much.
great to see you too, Luke. How you doing?
What's up, Stan? I hope you've been enjoying the memes I've been sending you.
Yeah, I sure have. They're hilarious. Oh my God.
That's
I
funny.
want to just kind of go off of what Luke was just saying. I also think Built is the best mastering card. I've been using that for almost all of my spend for that very reason that Spencer just said, or I guess Luke and Spencer just said, where you really need to spend a lot on that card to make it worth it. And so because I have now a pretty sizable mortgage, I do have to spend that money to get that Built cash to get those points.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, we got a lot to get into right now. I guess, Luke, I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to say to Stan real quick, but I want to thank you for coming on and just spending some time with us today.
Want to say hi to Stan, say thank you for having me on, and again, congratulations. I know how hard it must be to hit 50K because I probably never get there, but I will see you guys next time, and thanks.
Right. See you, Luke. Thank you again. I'll pull him backstage.
All right,
that way
peace,
he
Luke.
can deal with all of that. All right, Stan. People have been waiting, I'm telling you. Your video is kind of cutting in and out, but I can hear you, I think, completely clear. So I think we're good on that front. But yes, thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Public Wi-Fi.
Okay. If you want to. It might make it a little bit better, but we can I'll wait for him to do that while I go through some of this stuff. Yeah, thank y'all, or thank you to Luke for doing this. Go ahead, Sam.
All right. Can you hear me better now? Is it a better connection, would you say?
I think it's a little bit, it's about the same, honestly, but I think we're good. We can all hear you. Okay. So let's just go with this. And if something happens, I'll let you know. But real quick, let me go ahead and just see. There's a lot of people. I just wanted to make sure you saw all these folks that want to see you here. It's like JP just joined in. Anthony, GZG.
Tony, what's up?
I know. So many good people here. He's still alive.
All these bros.
I know, it's crazy. Dude, people miss you. I miss you a lot. So I'm glad that we get to chat a little bit today. And honestly, I would love to do like a longer stream soon rather than just like the 30-minute spot that we have today. But I know you're busy.
Of course. Of course.
Oh, I guess before we get anywhere, Mikey donated $20. So thank you so much, Mikey. That goes straight towards charity and our goals here. So I appreciate you for doing that. And we're going to keep this thing rolling. But yeah, I think the first thing, there was a donation before the stream even started at 9 a.m. this morning from Ian. And he wanted to get a life update on Stan. Ever get a house? Ever coming back to YouTube? Still walking? He misses you. We all miss you. So maybe you can just give us a quick rundown on what you're okay with sharing with everybody. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I am still walking, so that's a good plus. I did eventually buy a house, and that's been a major focus of what I've been up to these days. Last time I was on YouTube, I talked about how I needed to, get my life together in terms of I'm getting older, my body was starting to feel a little bit more sluggish, and I was gaining a lot of weight. I'm very happy to say I've been pretty much in the gym 3 days a week since that time. I've lost a ton of weight. I feel so much better. I would love to come back to YouTube soon. One of the things I've unfortunately come across is that, there's not enough time in the day. And what I mean by that is that, I work a full-time job. And then after work, I usually come home and do YouTube at that point. But now
Yeah.
all that time is basically fitness as well as trying to take care of this new house that I just bought. And so that's really been the life update. I still watch, as much credit card YouTube as I can, watching things from the sidelines and just watching this credit card space in terms of like the cards just I don't know, there's some kind of I know it's not a recession, but it just everything seems to be getting harder and harder to get good value from, and the banks are really starting to crack down on a lot of the fun things we used to do in the past.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I think they got mad that you left YouTube, and they've been revolting ever since. Luke said, "Stan looking like a movie star." You do look really good, man. I mean, it is a little
Oh,
pixelated,
thank
but
you so
from
much.
what I can tell, you look really good. But yeah, I guess you're traveling, you said, right now. So you've been doing that still kind of frequently, or how's that looked?
Well, I just happened to be on a trip this weekend, and I didn't want to miss this, and so that's why I'm
Right.
not in my typical get early check-in.
Nice. Uh-oh. We might have lost some folks. I don't think I'm the only one. Oh, can you hear me, Stan? Oh, well, we'll be right back. Or he'll be right back. We'll still be here. Let's see if we can gather some questions for him while we're waiting for him to join back in. Okay, I see some good ones. Stan, can you hear me all right in the back room? Okay. All right, perfect.
Sorry.
Got you back in here. You're good.
Sorry about that. Someone, I guess when someone calls you on your iPhone, it kicks you out.
Oh,
Just
yeah, it
unfortunate.
does. That's really annoying. Yeah.
But I was saying this, I
But,
was trying to check in the hotel early today for early check-in, and it was IHG hotel. And I said, I kind of called in before and said, hey, I'm coming early. If early check-in is available, and to have it. And when I got there this morning, they were like, sorry, you're only platinum elite. What a loser.
really?
No early check-in for
Really?
you. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I didn't say
crazy.
that, but that's how I felt.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, so I guess outside of this weekend trip, you're still traveling, or you just been at home? Like, are you earning cash back now? Maybe let's get into like the setup kind of stuff, because I saw somebody was asking like, what cards are you even using these days?
Absolutely. So, like I said before, the Built MasterCard is going to be the card that I'm using the most.
Mhm.
And that's because, with the sizable mortgage, I have to spend, a lot of money per month to get all those Built points at that 1x back level. I would say
Mhm.
that it's not like I'm spending more money than usual. It's just that I took all the spend on my other cards and put them onto now just the Built MasterCard as the main card.
Gotcha. Okay.
I would say that I kept a few cards around. The City Custom Cash is still there for fitness memberships, as well as a City Costco card for the gas, which has been really
Mhm.
good for me. And then if I have any other side spend, it's usually the Hilton Surpass. We have two between my wife and I. And so really the
Mhm.
main three cards I'm using is the Built MasterCard and then the Amex Hilton Surpass for both of them to get those 15K FMCs. I've actually pivoted away from actually doing multipliers.
Okay.
I actually am now in a situation where I am focusing on total spend
Okay.
because a lot of my credit card strategy from before was very cashback focused, as you remember. But all those cards have really gone by the wayside, like US Bank Altitude Reserve, US
Mhm.
Bank Smartly, uh, Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards. Now, all of those are still, they're still around, but they're really a shell of their former selves.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, I had to pivot and figure out what I wanted to do. And for better or for worse, the Built MasterCard came in. And
Mhm.
that really was really, really helpful for my situation because I had just bought a house. And so
Yeah.
all that mortgage spend, all the house renovations, all the maintenance you need to do for a new house. The Built accelerator, the point accelerator, everyone's saying it's hard to do, but when you own a home, like those expensive rack up pretty fast. I found myself in a situation where I've maxed through all five of them by like May of this year. And
Yeah.
so it's just been kind of a wild ride with that card.
Yeah, that's what Ian was kind of saying here. Is he said, "Yep, I've got thousands of built cash that you can have. No way one could ever spend it all in a year." It's funny because like I think that is there's two different sides of people that have like issues with built cash. One is either that they're not like earning enough because their spend's not high enough, or they have way too much, which it really isn't a bad problem to have. But have you kind of found that to be
That's right.
like how are you using all your built cash aside from mortgage and accelerator?
So the built cash, I pretty much spend as much as I need to get all the mortgage points.
Hmm.
So let's just say, for sake of argument, my mortgage is around 4,000 a
Hmm.
month. That's already a sizable amount of built cash you need. And then
Right.
because I have a 30-year fixed mortgage and I want to pay that off early, I'm paying more on top of that mortgage, so extra principal.
Hmm.
The thing with my mortgage company is that when you can actually auto pay your mortgage with the extra principal, but Built doesn't really see that. And
Mm.
so when I submit my payment, it's 150% of my mortgage. Let's say, for example, I can tailor my extra payment to the amount of Built points I want, or I have available, or sorry,
Oh,
Built
okay.
cash I have available.
Yep.
And so I can always use up all of it, you know, during
Oh,
that time of when I have it, which is really lucky for
yeah.
me. I don't know if that's with everyone's mortgage, but I think it's a very powerful thing, especially because at the end of the year, when there's only a $100 rollover Built cash, you could, if you wanted to, put extra money into your payment for the extra principal. And then you
Right.
can just tailor how much of that you need to the Built cash you need to spend
Yep.
before the rollover. That's one option. That's what I'm going to do at the end of the year.
Okay. That's really yeah, it's really interesting. So you're not really worried about all the other like little $10 credits here and there, it sounds like.
No, you got to
Yeah.
look through. You got to look through to the forest through the trees, right? And so, some people I think it's really great for. I'm not saying that it's not good, because there are some really good ones out there, little tiny ones. But that's just
Hmm.
not where I'm at this point. Really, it's more kind of big picture, less focused on multipliers, more focused on like big picture things. Like, okay, I got to spend like this much to get all this Built cash taken care of for the mortgage, or I got to spend some money to get that 15K FNC for the Hilton Surpass. And I got that twice this year. And so there's a lot of options for that. And fortunately for me, the Surpass card, they have a lot of great multipliers anyways. And I certainly will use those points at some point. So
Gotcha.
it's moving different levers. And I've really focused more towards a s- setup, which I never thought I'd say, by the way. But it's
Yeah.
just that there's been a
Seriously.
lot of changes in the credit card world. And so because of those changes, I think it's important to pivot to what is
Yes.
going on in your life, because things that also are important to me, or before in the past couple of years, is different now that I own a home. And so there's a lot of different things going on. And so
Yep.
just, for those of you that are watching that are younger, and even older, you can probably remember, or you'll probably see that your life will change as you move forward in time, and your spending will change, and that may make you pivot to cash versus points, or some hybrid of the two. And
Yeah.
so keep that in mind as you move forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. Pivot, like being flexible and being able to like adapt to the current market is like the biggest thing that I've been talking about basically since you've been gone, because it's just like you just have to do it. Like, yeah, sure, you might not be happy with how Built changed, but you got to just take it on the chin and just like see if it works for you, and then move to a different lender if you need
Mhm.
to, or what have you. And I think Anthony's like somebody that's been a big proponent of that too. Of like, he had like last year was like his Chase year with all the ink cards. This year's like his Built year. He was doing like Amex before that. So it's just like you always are adapting to which issuer is giving you the most favorable, um, just like outcome for your specific life, right? So that's
You're
huge.
absolutely correct, Spencer. It's really important to be flexible. And,
Yeah.
just like, you and I have both always said, simplicity is a big thing to keep in mind. Simplicity will really help guide you. Having a
Hmm.
lot of complexity in your setup can also get you uh, kind of in the weeds. And you want to make
Yeah.
sure that you just kind of keep an eye on what you're looking for, and go for what that goal is going to be for whatever your setup is.
Yeah, sometimes we like focus way too much on the micro and miss the macro stuff. It's like you got to start from that foundation first. So I completely agree. We got a lot of donations that just came in, so let's pause for a second. Rod Davis not only gifted 10 channel memberships, but 2 minutes later gifted 10 more. So he gifted 20 memberships, which is just crazy, man. So thank you so much for doing that. And literally, I mean, it's got to be at least half this chat in here now has a membership, thanks to thanks to Rod and everybody else that's been donating, gifted like Woodsy. So thank y'all so much for that. Or thank you specifically, Rod, so much for this. And I know that you left a question in here, so I want to make sure we get to that. But that is all going towards charity again, guys. So this is, yeah, I'll be screenshotting all the proceeds and stuff after this stream, and we'll send that over to the one that y'all selected. So it'll definitely be fun. But Rod's question here, Stan, was that, or not question, he just made a statement about how he thinks Built will need to create a mechanism to either trade Built Cash for points or better things to purchase with Built Cash. Doesn't sound like that's been a huge issue for you, but I know that's been a complaint for a lot of folks. I guess what's kind of your take on that? Like, do you feel like they have enough optionality for most people right now, or do they need to maybe make it a little bit better?
I think it depends on the individual. I think the reason why it's been working well for me is because I can pretty much use all the Built Cash that I spend on the mortgage part of it. If you have a more affordable rent, a more affordable mortgage, I can kind of see where you may earn the points, or you may earn the points and you may use the cash for it. You have some left over. I really never have any left over. I use most of it because of the amount of money that's going into that mortgage. And I think that is probably part of what Bill's plan is. We were looking at, from a year ago, I was spending about 95% of my money was going to US Bank with their cashback credit cards. And now that is completely flipped on its head. And now I'm putting 95% of my spend on the Built MasterCard for the sole reason is that I I'd like to get as much mortgage points as possible. And so I think that's what my stance is. Should there be more options? I think there should be. I think they're trying their best to do get as much value as they can. But there's certainly always room for improvement.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's only it's a tough conversation, but I think at the end of the day, I think most people are on their problem with Built Cash is more on the side that they're not necessarily earning as much as they would like to. Not that they're over earning. So it might be a more niche issue, but there are people out there that have that issue, like Rod, it sounds like. So, but yeah, thank you so much again, Rod. And he just donated 10 more gifted. What the heck, man? Oh, might have lost Stan again. He went black on us, but maybe he's coming back. But thank you so much, Rod. This is just crazy, dude. You're being way too generous. But thank you so much. It's going to a good place. So I don't even know what to say. That's crazy. 30 gifted. Wow. I'll keep rolling through these while we wait to get Stan's video back here. X33 Raptor, 1,000 joules. I saw that GOAT trophy popped up, so thank you. Raptor, you did win one of the things in the giveaway. So I can't remember what it was at the moment, but go check that out. You won something there. And I saw that Simply Andy joined earlier too, and Andy, you also won. Benjamin got in here. He won a consulting call. So yeah, we got some of the winners rolling in. So that's awesome. Stan, I might pull you back just for a second, just to see if you can get your video back up. But he's a busy guy. He's got a lot going on, so we're lucky to even have him for a couple of minutes. Let's see, EEDLC 499. If you could design your own credit card, what percentages or multipliers would you add? We'll wait for Stan to answer this one as well. But thank you so much for the donation, and don't worry, we're coming back to it. Then JP with $20 donation. Oh my gosh, thank you, dude. It's so good to see you in here. And for those that haven't seen JP before, I did a long interview with him. I guess it was last year now. Yeah, last year. He's got a great channel as well, so go check him out. But I appreciate you, JP. Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. Rodel? He said, do they know who Stan is? LOL. Yeah, I guess for people that have only been here for so long, you wouldn't know the lore behind Stan. But Stan is, he is a YouTube creator in this credit card space that, his audience was amazing. He's amazing, super analytical guy, some of the best presentation out there, super well thought out, everything. Did live streams every week and was super involved in the community. He recently, it was over a year ago at this point, decided to take some time off and focus on his health and just personal stuff. And so he hasn't been back in a bit. So it's nice that we get to have him on here for a second and hang out. But yeah, I know he's dealing with some of the technical stuff right now. So we'll just keep rolling through this while we wait. The Changer Banger, let's go. Thankful to be one of the winners. Yeah, congrats to you, man. Yeah, we'll have to schedule a call here soon. So just reply to my email and we'll get it all sorted. Lawrence Nash, what's up? let's see here. Question for Stan. I see that one, Brandon. We'll get back to that. Yeah, if y'all have memberships that you've been gifted, I mean, like I said, I mean, we've had like 50 gifted already at least, and Rod just carried that. Thank you again, Rod. But if y'all got a membership, I mean, test out all the features that it comes with, because, you know, that's what I love about the gift is that you get to use the actual membership to in whatever way you want. So go check out like a members only video or just the membership tab on this channel, and you'll see all the benefits that you get with it, including like a discount to the blueprint if you want that. You could be in the members wallet audit series, which the next episode is coming out Monday. Yeah. And then, I mean, there's a ton of stuff, dude. I honestly don't even remember all the good stuff. So check all that out. Stan's coming back. I don't have to convince him to come back. He's on his way. He just had to get better Wi-Fi, I think. So Stan, whenever you're ready, you can give me a thumbs up. I just want to make sure I don't bring you back on. All right. Here he is.
Sorry about that. That Wi-Fi is terrible.
You're good. It actually is much clearer now too. So I think we're in a good spot. But yeah, you missed just some donations I was reading off, which is just super kind of everybody. But I did have a couple questions for you. One was, I guess for both of us through a donation, and they asked if we could design our own credit card. What percentages or multipliers would you add? I feel like I could think on this one forever, but do you have any that coming to mind?
I mean, I really like that Surpass card because of the categories they have. You need to have the ones that are really important to a lot of people, like restaurants, groceries, and gas. If you can get like that trifecta on any credit card with any kind of points or cashback, that would be golden. The issue is that sometimes they're split between two cards, but having it on just one card is great. And the best we have now, I think, is a 2x version of like a catch-all. But
yeah, I guess aside from like the City Strata Premier gives you all of those.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, I'm already like out of touch. I'm already like, I've forgotten things. Like I'm dusting my credit card experience off here, but that's okay.
No, you're all good. You're all good. I guess, yeah. And then like the Chase did a decent job with that Sapphire Preferred. It still doesn't have online groceries, but at least it has gas now with dining. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's like if I could cover the most at the highest rate, that'd be great. If it was like a dream card, then like if we're going to step it up from a Strata Premier, I'd love to have higher multipliers at a higher cost. That's fine with me. So like if we could get 4x on all of those, and then it has an annual fee plus some credits, like I'd take that all day, you know, like almost like a better gold card or something like that.
You know what I really like though? I like a card without any kind of credits. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I just want,
Yeah.
if it's annual fee, just have the annual fee and then just be done with it. I don't need to have any of these like state credits or anything. That's been kind of what we've been seeing as sort of the death of these credit cards, is that we like to use them, but because there's such a high annual fee with all these credits, you know, it becomes more annoying to use than it should be, really.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think you coined that term, like the like statement credit burnout is something that I still talk about to this day in my videos about like premium travel cards. But you really coined that term, and that was again like a couple years ago, and it's only seemingly gotten a lot worse. So
yeah,
I guess outside. So you said Built Palladium, Surpass. You're really not even really worried about credits much there, aside from the Palladium. Are you using the hotel credits to wipe that?
I am. Yeah, I travel enough where I can use at least the semi-annual credit for that one.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So yeah, you got a really streamlined setup, which is something I've also always appreciated about how you're doing it. And I'm one of the reasons I like the Palladium so much is because it streamlined mine as well without me having to really think about it, which is cool. But here's a question from Brandon. He said, any recommendation for how long you should garden before buying a house with a mortgage? What was your plan on that?
It's a good question. I think my personal experience was it was about 12 months where I gardened. And so I just didn't do anything for that. I think you don't need to do that. I think 6 months is fine. I would do for at least 6 months. One of the things that we talk about with gardening is it's really not about the gardening aspect. It's more of the credit score that you have. Because once you have something over like a 740 is great, but even like a 670 or something, you hit pretty much the best mortgage rates you can really get.
760.
760, sorry. Yeah. So
yeah,
760. So once you get above a certain level, you don't need to really worry about the gardening aspect. It's just once you get that hard pull, sometimes it drops your credit more than you think it does. And also the new age of account, that could be also a problem too. But I did 12 months to be safe, and it was fine.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would recommend to somebody out there, even though I haven't gone through that process. It's just like maximizing your total credit score as well as reducing recent hard inquiries is only going to help you get better rates. And that's really important these days. Yes, Ahmad, there has been a crazy amount of donations. It's actually insane. And speaking of, Alpha Bravo just gave a $10 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Saying, since Built just added Southwest as a transfer partner, I guess just they did that a bit ago, right? But does that give people more of a reason to go to Built instead of Chase? Basically, their transfer partners are the same, and Built has Hyatt too. Thoughts, Stan?
They Built's coming for Chase, and Chase has made a lot of decisions that have, I would say, have weakened their lineup, as I'm sure you have talked about in a lot of your videos, which is interesting because I actually wanted to join the Chase ecosystem with that 150K CSR welcome bonus. I actually tried pretty hard for that one, and they didn't deny me, but I was over 524, and so I couldn't get it because of the pop-up. So I didn't get that card. But I think that's what Built's trying to do. And I think they're doing a pretty good job at it and making a very convincing case, at least for the ones of us that are looking into the rewards partners and the way we can use the cards the best that we can.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yeah, I think it's just like Built is taking Chase's spot in a lot of ways, right? Especially with spending categories too. It's just like you have no reason to really spend on Chase over Built at that point. Let's see. Ooh, RD already entered the studio. Man, we're already that close to time being up. That's insane. Okay, well, let's roll through a couple more things here, Stan. Rick,
Absolutely.
I don't know if you saw, but we had a couple of technical difficulties, so it might go a couple minutes over, but I see you're in there, so he said it's okay. Cool. And also, we've gotten so many freaking gifteds, I can't keep scrolling past them. Rod just gave another 10. That's 40? Oh my gosh, dude. You're insane. Thank you so
What
much.
a boss.
I know,
Amazing.
seriously.
I think this just goes to show how good of the community the credit card community is, which is why I just love being a part of this community, especially with you, Spencer. And I'm just so proud of the community you've built, and all the other creators, and really how we're really helping push forward all these credit card ideas and news, and making sure that people get achieve their goals with credit cards. I think that's just a wonderful thing that we have created here in this GT community, especially you. That 50K, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's what I was going to say about you, to be honest. Is just like I think you had a massive impact on this community before you dropped off for a bit, but I know that like I still get people asking about you all the time, and like it just goes to show. Like I think we have so much overlap too. Like whenever we say like my community, Stan's community, like it's the same community in a lot of ways, and it's just so cool to see all the support that they've been able to show across the entire like niche. Interesting question for you that I'm kind of just getting because a lot of people are asking about U.S. Bank Altitude Reserve stuff. Yeah, they're talking about transfer partners and all this kind of stuff. But my question to you would be,
waiting.
Right? Yeah, don't hold your breath. If at this current stage the Altitude Reserve was in its former form, would you still choose the Palladium over it, or would you be still focused on U.S. Bank's ecosystem? You can even throw in like the Smartly actually changes the math quite a bit, but how would you kind of think about that? Like if those were in their existing forms, their previous forms now, would you use the Palladium over them?
Yeah, I wouldn't have switched. I would have kept US Bank Altitude Reserve. I would have kept US Bank Smartly, because you can't get better than 5% or 5x points on US Mobile Wallet and 4% Smartly cashback. There's no comparison, especially because Built doesn't let you do taxes. They don't let you do any of these other more eclectic things that earn you points. I would just take the mortgage and take it from my bank account and be done with it. I wouldn't even bother with Built at all, because Built also is a high annual fee card too. So that adds more complexity to the setup. But the issue is that Built came in at the exact right time when US Bank decided to pull the plug on their whole system. And while, I could have kept it around, I still was kind of grandfathered in. I said, you know what? I don't want my life to be this complex anymore. And so I just took all of my money out of their bank. I closed all of my accounts with them, all the cards, and they're all gone. I don't have a Smartly, no US Bank Altitude Reserve. Like, that's it. You got to pivot, when you have these situations happen. And it's been great. It's really helped, again, really timely of the Built MasterCard to be in that position at the time when they released it in February of this year, because that was when I pivoted out of US Bank and now Bill's getting all of my spend, which is good for them as a company, I guess. But I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm not the only example of that. I'm sure there are people that are like me that have the same situation going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's good to hear because I would agree with you. Like, I think it's really nice, to have this ability to earn as many points as we do with Built. But at the end of the day, it's like the US Bank setup was just so simple and just so straightforward. The credits were easily justifiable on the cards. It's basically as close to what you kind of described in your ideal card as you can get with the mobile wallet and all of that, with like one main credit to offset the annual fee. Like, that's just so we can deal with that, But yeah, let's see here. This is insane. QC Man just said, always good to see you, Stan. Hope you're doing
What's
well.
up, QC Man? Good to see you.
Rod gave 20 more gifted. Dude, what? Rod,
What
is
boss.
going on? Seriously, dude. Thank you.
You're a member. You're a member. Everyone's a member.
I'm telling you, I think everybody in this chat's going to be a member after Rod's done with them. And then he donated $50 separate. My gosh. He said, Spencer and Stan, we appreciate the thoughtful credit card education you both give. It's your objectivity and open thought process that's very helpful to the community. I mean, thank you so much, dude. Thank you.
You're welcome, Rob. It's our pleasure. We love doing this. And, if I didn't have a full-time job, I probably would do more YouTube. But unfortunately, this is kind of where I'm at. But, there are a lot of people that have great knowledge, and I've seen a lot of great creators come up. And so we're just carrying the torch, And of course, Spencer, I do owe you, I think, a longer form video from this whole Wi-Fi
You're all good, dude.
5G situation. We'll definitely have to take a time where I'm actually in the studio and able to talk with you one-on-one and do it the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we got to at least have a quick conversation today, and I appreciate you taking the time on your vacation to do this. I think let's end on this question from Rick, speaking of the man that's coming on right after you, but he just wanted to ask if you have any plans on coming back. What do you think?
All right, RD. Well, I'm trying to figure out a way to carve some time out. I wish there was more than 24 hours in the day, but unfortunately, that's not the case. I think once things start settling down with the house, I'll be able to carve out more time. I may start doing live streams first because they're a lot less. It's easier, as you know, to get those started. And I think people keep asking me on my channel too, like me coming back, and I hope to come back soon. But I'm trying to take my health seriously, and I'm really already there. It's now a matter of trying to find the time to get back into it because clearly there's still a lot to talk about. A lot of strategies have to be developed again because of the changes that's just ongoing, just over and over again. There's just so many things changing. So I'll definitely hope we're back soon. I don't have a date for you yet, but I know you'll definitely carry it on while I'm gone.
Yes, yeah. Just like RD said here, he said, we miss you, buddy. Looking forward to the return in some form or fashion to keep hearing from your perspectives and personality. I couldn't agree more. Again, Stan, thank you. Everybody, thanks Stan for being here on his vacation. And as always, go check out his channel whenever he does come back. But I appreciate you, man. And I hope we get to do something more lengthy soon.
Absolutely, Spencer. Take care, everyone. And congrats again, Spencer, on that 50K.
Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Talk later, man. All right. That's so cool, dude. I can't even believe. Let's take one pause real quick. RD, I see you're back there. And then I just wanted to go through, this is insane. While we were on with Stan there, we had, I don't even know how to, this was, when did he come on? 1 o'clock? Rod gifted 60 memberships. That's just crazy. Thank you so much for doing that, Rod. And I'm hope that y'all enjoyed getting to hear from Stan for a second. He's just one of my best friends in this space, and it's sad that we don't get to hang out with him as much on camera, at least, as we used to, but we'll get him back at some point. But RD, you're good to go, right? You just give me a thumbs up. I'll bring you in. Okay, cool. Perfect. Well, on to the next guest here. At that 1:30 slot, we have Rick from the RD Guarantee. So thank you, man, for joining us and carrying Stan's torch here.
What's up, Spencer? Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Man, I feel like I just saw you.
I know, seriously.
And
I keep seeing your face too.
Instead of in a luxury hotel room with you. Filling content.
I know.
Good to see you back. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Yeah, it's like I said, I've been seeing your face a lot too because I was just editing the second collab video together. So I've got you on my screen all the time. But no, that was a lot of fun, and I hope people are enjoying the collabs that have come out. Seemingly they have. It's been some great comments and everything. So I've been
and two more to look forward to as well. So one from you. Do you know when yours is going to hit for the second iteration of our conversations on your side?
yes, that's coming out. So Monday in 2 days will be members wallet audit, like the roasting my subscribers credit card setup series. That's coming on Monday, and then the following one will be our second episode together. So
basically
that's the
2
plan.
Mondays from now, something like
Yes.
9 days away. Or
Yeah, it's the
somewhere in
3rd, August 3rd. I don't know why I
Okay.
didn't just say that. That's way more simple. It's coming out
we're
August
getting
3rd.
there. I can't wait to see the finished edit. I'm going
Yeah.
through the same thing. For anybody who's been kind of watching this Creator Conversations on Spencer's channel, I'm going to publish my second conversation with Spencer on July 29th, which I think is a
Okay.
Wednesday. Drop, we'll have it ready to go. And Spencer,
Yep.
if it's cool with you, I didn't even ask you or run this by you. I'm just including a few bloopers from our cuts
yeah.
that I think are pretty funny at the end.
That'd be great, yeah.
You know, recording these isn't always the smoothest, and sometimes I think it's fun to see behind the curtain. At least watching it back, there were some
Yeah.
good moments there. So I'm gonna throw those in at the end, and we'll just see what people think of what we talked about.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, that's Wednesday. I'll make a post on my channel about it too once he gets it all packaged up. So y'all be ready for that. But yeah, for those that don't know Rick, I mean, he's been in this space for a long time. His channel is the RD Guarantee. I mean, every channel that people we've talked to today, their links are in the description. Maybe we should have made that more clear. But yeah, got a lot of really great content. I've learned a lot from him, and yeah, so I've mentioned this in the very beginning, but I feel like we've gotten a lot closer over the past few months, like you and I. So it's like a newer friendship that we've built, and I'm like really thankful to have you now in my life and doing this, this credit card YouTube stuff together. It's been fun. But yeah, thanks for taking out some of your time today to chat with me. We'll see what the
Of course.
audience wants to
How
do.
does it feel? 50,000? Did you wake up feeling different today? Or
Yeah.
whenever you crossed it a couple days ago?
It was
Did people look at
really
you differently when you walk outside?
no, not quite. Not quite. I still, yeah, whenever people ask me what I'm doing, I'm like, how do I explain this? But no, I remember we were at a World Cup like watch party when it happened, like during the World Cup. So it was really cool to, I don't know, it was just like a really surreal feeling, like refreshing my page and seeing it. I was like, no way.
Yeah, you
but yeah.
got to be online whenever it crosses from 49,999
Yes,
to
exactly.
50 with all those zeros.
Exactly.
So congrats, man.
I appreciate that. I guess, I mean, shoot, starting off with Rod already giving another donation. Rod is funding whatever charity we send this off to today. So if y'all will have a specific one in mind, again, I have a post in my community feed celebrating the 50K where I asked for specific charity ideas. So go put that in that description and like up the ones that you like. And that's where a lot of this money is going to be going. I guess like all of it, depending. I haven't decided if I want to like split it between a couple. I might do that, but either way, it's going to charity. So Rod, thank you. And seems like he's a fan of yours as well. From Stan to RD, just keeps getting better.
Thanks, Rod, for the little pump up there.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, Truck Fan said the setup roasting is my favorite video type, probably because I like finding bloopers. Interesting. Wait, bloopers. Setup roasting is my favorite video type. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about like bloopers within their setups, am I misunderstanding this? Okay. Yeah, no, they are fun. I think it's a fun series to have on the channel. Like I like having series in general, like the collab series I'm doing kind of with you and Anthony, and we'll do some other folks later this year. I think it's a lot of fun. And then the setup roasting is fun because I get to sit down and really speak to like one setup in particular. So I'm glad you enjoy it. Credit card blooper reel. Yes, sir.
Spencer, has anybody come back to you after you've done one of their setups publicly and came back and said, hey, I made some changes. I went in on all these cards and either it worked or it didn't work? Or is it just kind of you drop the video, everybody gets to watch it, and that's the last you've gotten to hear back?
No, yeah, I mean, all of them are channel members, right? So it's like they're active in the community for the most part. And so I've had a lot of times, like I love when they comment underneath the same video because it takes me, sometimes a couple of months to get to the setup that was submitted just because we have so many submissions, which is great. And got after today, I don't even know how long of the queue is going to be with like 70 new members already. But yeah, so it's cool to see like them comment in that video and be like, dude, I did exactly what you said there already, like without any advice. And they've like kind of fixed whatever bloopers they have in their in their setups. So it's pretty cool. I think people really appreciate it, and sometimes I might be off base. Like maybe I don't fully understand their situation, and that's good too. I haven't had anybody would be like, "No, that was stupid. It didn't work for me," but maybe it's happened, you know. But yeah, man, how's everything been going with you on your end, on your channel and everything?
Oh, it's been good. I'm about to. I just finished a project I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah.
It's almost the quarterly what's in my wallet and upcoming credit card strategy, like reflection and look ahead. And you know, sometimes I write those and we film them, and I kind of talk through what I've been thinking of, and not much has changed. But in this iteration, there's been so many moves. Like specifically, I talk on my strategy with Chase and Hyatt, and I'll spoil it for y'all. I think I'm going to transfer about 100,000 points and just lock it into Hyatt, which is something I would just never recommend to anybody. But I'm breaking those rules and doing it. I've also been a PayPal debit card holder, and on that one really since it dropped and hit mainstream probably about a year and a half ago. That card is getting nerfed, so I talk about kind of how I'm feeling about that and what I'm watching for there. And just kind of some Citi custom cash backup plans too, because I've been using that card like so many people, enjoying the 5%, but what if that just gets a forced product change into another Citi option? You know, where do we go from there? How do we pivot to kind of keep those rewards coming in? So I'm excited about that. That comes out in a little bit. But yeah, big changes in the credit card game as always. And it's just fun to navigate them.
Yeah, it keeps I think all of our videos interesting too, because like it can get stale at some point of just like if you have the same setup for 2 years, it's like, well, I guess nothing's really changing, but it definitely has been recently. I mean, geez, man, while we're just sitting there for the last minute, we got 4 more donations that we're gonna go through, and maybe we got some questions in here, but. Points Obsessed Traveler with a $5 super chat. I appreciate you. He said, I'm relatively new to the credit card game, and you've taught me so much. Keep up the good work. That's awesome, man. I'm glad that, you know, all of our channels can kind of help you out. I mean, the way that we get helped out to even make these videos in the first place is a lot of times fueled by you guys. So it's kind of just, I like to say that we're kind of like the mic for the audience in a way. Like I think a lot of people have influenced our decisions, and we read a lot of stuff online too, and that impacts what we kind of talk about. So it's really just a community driven thing. So, but I'm glad it's been helpful, and thank you for the donation. Nickel, I think, wait, I shouldn't say that. I'm not sure if you did win or not, but I don't know why I got a weird feeling that you did. But regardless, he said, great collabs, Rick and Spencer, 2 of my faves together, and top notch lineup today. Awesome. Appreciate you. Rod Davis. Oh my gosh, man. Can't get tired of saying this name today. He said, I'm sure I'm going to get elite level Ghostwriter roasting on my credit card setup. LOL. Yeah, Rod, we got to get you priority on the next one. You can see if we can get you up in the feed. But man, I'm excited. I love seeing everybody's setups. It's actually so interesting too, because it gives me so many new ideas for videos where I'm like, oh, I didn't realize like that's like what most of my audience setups look like, you know? So that's another way where I'm kind of saying this is all community driven. But thank you again for $50 more. Dude, what is going on? Someone got a hold of his credit card. He's trying to hit a sign-up bonus, I think. I'm being honest.
Is this manufactured spend, Rob?
Yeah. Tyler's credit card tips. He said, congrats on 50K, big dog. Truly one of the GOATs of the game. That's crazy. And such a big mentor to me. Keep up the great work you do. Here's here to road to 100K. Yes, sir. We'll get there eventually. Thank you so much for that. And again, that money's going to a good place and the charity that y'all have chosen. So, and then Pyro just became a YouTube member. So, wow. So kind of all of y'all to show the support. Thank you again. I mean, you're going to hear it a lot, and I hope you don't get tired of it. Let's see here. So, interesting question from Coder. He said, from a content creator perspective, do you think that the Palladium makes making content less interesting? You can start.
I was hoping you'd throw this one up. I wonder if Coder, are you just coming at this from the perspective like you could just kind of say, yeah, get the Palladium and use that as your only card, and it earns 3.33x back effectively on everything as long as you keep it within certain constraints, and that's your setup, and that's pretty boring. If you're coming at it from that, yes, but I also think, and I don't have this card myself, I also think there's so many obviously the terms and conditions for this thing are like a dictionary. So it could be very interesting from that perspective, but I don't know. I guess it depends on how much you care to dive deep. Spencer?
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying, because you're basically like the amount of content we could make on it because of how like complex it is really abundant. So from that perspective, it's not boring. But yeah, whenever it comes to like, I guess, everyday setups and what a lot of us are using, it might be boring from that sense. But at the end of the day, I guess that kind of just fuels the idea that it's obviously talked about a lot for a reason. And what we're here to do is try to help y'all maximize your value in this game. So it's like if we're all doing the same thing, probably means that it's a decent option, at least for now. So it's like achieving the goal, even if it's kind of, I guess, repetitive in that sense. But I've tried to pull back a little bit on the Palladium stuff because it's just like, yeah, I know people are kind of tired of hearing about it. It got to the point where like every time I put it in a thumbnail, it would get like less clicks. So like, okay, I guess people are a little bit tired of the Palladium, and I haven't talked about it in a while because of that. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas for more content I could make on Built. I've just kind of held off for a little bit, I would say. But yeah.
I would like to see the video of somebody just kind of Palladium maxing and take us into like, oh, I used my $10 credit at Walgreens and I used my parking credit, and this is like the best setup ever. Maybe that's not possible for the normal person or almost anybody out there, especially in the content game. So we may never get that video, but I personally would watch that from beginning to end to actually see how much value a person could squeeze out of this if it fit into their lifestyle. But I could be in the minority.
No, I think there's a lot of people that are interested in that, because I get emails and stuff. I usually don't get like a ton of emails, but I have emails of people like sending me their Built Cash strategy and stuff like that. So that's probably a video I'll make at some point, is how I'm using Built Cash, like how to maximize it, best and worst use cases kind of thing. I know Chase Yokoyama made a video about that recently, and it did well for him too. So people are interested in that aspect, I think. My gosh, dude, we got more donations. Okay. Mark Blanton. Mark, you did win something, right? I need to pull this thing up so I stop saying that y'all won something if you didn't. Give me 1 second. Well, I'm not logged in, so that's annoying, but whatever. Regardless, Mark, he left a $10 super chat saying congrats on 50K. Thoughts on the Hilton Aspire as a premium travel credit card? Have been looking into making one of the hotel cards as my premium. I know, Rick, you just made a video about picking the best Hilton card, so this might be right up your alley or current line of thinking. So how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I have long been on the Hilton Honor Surpass as the card in this lineup to get, and I get bashed over the head sometimes in the comments for sort of being unwilling to change that perspective and rotate towards seeing the Aspire in a different light. But I really just, my real life experience with really expensive hotels and the idea of a free night is that oftentimes you cannot book enough free nights or allocate enough points to get like your whole vacation paid for. So then what do you do when you have to start paying? Because some of these hotels legitimately, if you're maxing it out, can be $7, $8, over $1,000 a night. So then you just downgrade to like a Holiday Inn after that and pay like very reasonable cash prices to finish your vacation? Or do you just get slammed on the back end of your trip? I think it can work, but I try to look at it from most people's perspective, and I think it can be a bit of a trap in that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have that same perspective about like the Ritz card too, where it's like you get an 85K free night, which is great, but that's only one free night. And Marriott points especially, I would say, are harder to earn these days than like even Hilton, because Hilton still has no lifetime language for now and all that kind of stuff. So there are ways to at least like make like one big Hilton trip happen. And Anthony, like for example, has strategies to make it a little bit more frequent, but it requires a good amount of effort and applying for a lot of cards. But I think there might be a bit of a disconnect in the sense that if you're somebody who is really traveling in luxury all the time, then having a card like a Hilton Aspire is only going to like increase your like I guess like experience during that trip, and you're not worried about paying extra for those other nights. But we're also thinking about people like in our shoes who maybe don't have as high of income, and we're not spending $800 a night on a hotel. And that's where that disconnect happens, where it's like, well, if I'm only getting one free night, then I can't pay for the rest. And that's where there's that weird kind of like tension that you're describing here. But I think the target demographic of a Hilton Aspire is a luxury traveler, and for them, it wouldn't be an issue, if that makes sense. That's just not who we're always
I
talking to.
I would say it's almost an essential, like S tier card if you're a luxury traveler, because you're
Right.
writing it off in one stay. I get that. I
Yep.
totally agree. And it gives you the diamond status, which I guess is a slight upgrade from gold status. So that's nice. So yeah, 100% with you if you travel luxury. What also throws me off, Spencer, is they put a $400 Hilton Resorts credit on there, and that like shrinks the target pool even smaller of hotels that just are like usable for the normal person. When you look
Yeah.
at the resorts list, like you would have to plan your vacation around using your credit to try to work that annual fee back. And I just don't know how realistic that is for so many other people. So that's kind of
Yeah,
where
that's a
I
good point.
stand with it today.
Yeah, and I guess I could have brought this up a while ago. But this is the Aspire we're talking about here. And then obviously $550 annual fee. Not horrible with the free night, but again, it's like how much would you actually value that free night at in cash if you had to pay for it? But this resort credit is what he was talking about. $200 semi-annually. So now you're kind of forced to stay twice at a resort with Hilton every year and only get one free night. So even right there, you're almost guaranteed to have to pay either a lot of points or cash out of pocket for the other nights. So it's just up to your travel habits, though. Some people it's easy, for others it's not. But yeah, I think that's good.
Spencer, have you ever done a Hilton stay where you've gotten like pretty good cent per point value, if you can remember?
I have. I mean, it depends on how you define pretty good. I would say pretty good compared to Hilton
Gosh.
averages.
Yeah,
Like I've gotten like 1 cent per point. with Hilton.
So that
Yeah.
with the multipliers on these cards, if you have like a sweet spot where you like to travel, that could be the other one. If you can find that hotel or that place or a couple places you like to go, you could legitimately be getting like 6 to 7% back because the
Right.
card multipliers are insane.
Yep.
But for the person who's not like inclined to calculate cent per point value or just wants to pick up a cool card, you could just be in this trap of these cratering Hilton honors point values, and you think you're getting a lot because it looks good on the surface, but like on the back end, which you're probably never realizing, you might be getting screwed. So that's
Yeah.
the other thing.
And another thing to call out is like that 1 cent per point value I'm getting from Hilton properties that would make these actually like very powerful is for very luxury properties,
Yeah.
which again feeds into the same issue of like how inflated is that cent per point because the cost is just so high. Would I pay for those without this card? Like all of that comes into play. But dude, we got even more stuff coming in. I mean, real quick, I'm going to jump to Rod's because this is just insane, but we
Yeah.
are coming back to all of these. Okay, I got two chats going on my screen here. Sorry, your face is getting covered here for a second. But he said, as a diagnosed workaholic who took 100 flights a year for the past 25 years of work, you and RD have inspired me to earn points and actually take my first real vacation. You're changing lives for the better for many people. I appreciate all you guys do. I mean, I'll be the first to say that, Rod. I mean, we appreciate you a ton. And like even hearing that you specifically have been impacted positively by like our content to me means the world. Like that's really my only goal with every video is like, let me help one person out with this. And if I do, that's success. The rest comes through too. That's amazing. Obviously I need to live off of this too, but like that's really the ultimate goal. So to hear you say that and speak up on it really means a lot to me. And I'm sure Rick can say the same.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely, Rod. You have been in more airports in a year than I will be in 5 or
Yeah,
more
right.
years. I have so many questions. I would love to know your thoughts on airlines and different statuses and who your airline of choice is.
Yeah.
That's really cool, though. I hope you enjoy taking this first real vacation. If you haven't done it yet, you're lining up something good for yourself because you definitely, hopefully, have that spend to make whatever you want to go happen.
Yeah. Where is that trip to? Maybe tell us that real quick, Rod. I'm interested to hear about that because a first like real vacation after however many trips you've taken, like I bet it's got to feel good to make that happen. So thank you again for $100 donation. My God, it's insane, dude. Thank you. And then we got a couple more here too that I just glazed over a second ago. QC Man, big supporter of the channel, $5 donation. He said, did you make RD shorter so that you could frame mock him? Also for RD, how much would your setup change if you didn't work travel? To answer the first part, no, I did not. Or maybe I did, and I'm just going to pretend like I didn't. But yeah, for you, Rick, how would your setup change if you didn't travel for work, do you think?
Oh, man. QC, I appreciate you calling Spencer out on this because I was hoping someone would say it. I just couldn't be the one to, so thanks for that.
Yeah.
My my work travel, so I get to travel basically like maybe 5 to 6 times a year, sometimes for like a week at a time, sometimes for like kind of an out and back, like 24 to 48 hours. It just varies, but 5 to 6 times total. That is basically like my cash out method if I can't organically use the credits of the cards that I get. So like I still get credit cards that make sense for my life, but I'm not super worried about not being able to like use all the credits on one, or I can hold on to it longer, because if it just gets to the end of the year and I'm booking my work trips for the next year, I'll just put all that spend on a personal card, get the credits reimbursed in my statement credit, and then submit those receipts to the company for full reimbursement. So it's basically taking the credit value on a card and cashing it out into my wallet. So that gives me a little bit more luxury for that. I also think it's the same place that a lot of people watching the videos are actually in themselves. Maybe they get to travel 1 or 2 times, maybe like Rod, they're traveling a ton. But yeah, I would have to be much more careful with the cards that I take on and the cards that I hold long term if I didn't have that outlet.
And also, the point. Sorry if I missed this. I'm trying to read through some of these chats too, but like the point earning potential of that too. Like, are you able to charge it to your card, like the trips, or
it's good. I can get the 10x on rentals and hotels on the Venture X, and that's clutch, and 5x on flight bookings too with stuff. So it's been great.
We've met a couple at the park we bring Odin to here, where I guess the fiance now, the guy, he travels for work like constantly. Like he's gone like every other week, it seems like. And they let him charge everything to his card, and they're funding like their honeymoon off of his work, paying for it essentially because of that. I think it's just so cool. Like I never had that opportunity, which fortunately I'm in a position where I don't necessarily need that, but I'm like still jealous of the people that got to experience that kind of thousands of points a year from just traveling like how they would have had to for work regardless. Another $5 donation here from Alpha Bravo. He said, started watching y'all in high school right before I got my first card, and now 1 year later, y'all's advice saved me a lot of money. Congrats to me too. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, that's when I started my channel, was essentially like right before, well, not high school actually. I was in college, but still, it was like I started watching this stuff around that time frame and tried to set myself up for success as early as I could, and you did it even earlier than me. So good work on that. I remember in our conversation, you said you started like 7 or 8 years ago, so you didn't start as early as high school, like learning about this stuff, did you?
No, it was like right out of college. Once I started, getting some like little bit of spend and making my own money, that's when I really jumped in the game, which is probably the perfect time for most people. Right. But yeah, worked out for my timeline too.
Awesome. We've got a few more minutes here. I just want to make sure I'm keep checking the time. I do see that Anthony's already backstage, so we'll get him in soon. Don't worry, Anthony, I see you. But got a few more minutes here with Rick. So if y'all had any like a last minute question for him, definitely ask that. Rod answered our question though with the donation. Rod, you don't have to put a donation to talk to us too, just so you know. I think you know that, but just in case. But thank you again for $20 more straight to charity here. He said, me and my wife went to London for a week. It was so relaxing and fun. I had to Google how to put my out of office message on. LOL. Dang, that's crazy. So I guess you are still working. It sounds like. Yeah. You're still working and traveling like that much, and you still haven't taken a vacation until now? Like, that's crazy. But London for a week would be awesome. I guess we didn't see. I'm making sure I didn't miss another one of his messages about like airlines or whatever, but that's so cool. Let's see here. Goat trophy from Rick Beck, Ohio, 1,000 joules. Thank you so much for that. I don't think I missed anything from Rick either, but I appreciate you contributing to the charity stream here. Okay. Try to scroll back a little bit here. Pyro, he said, I'm also on the Surpass train. Rick, Aspire just takes a small bit of work if you're not committed to Hilton, like those real estate guys from South Carolina. Let's see. Here we go. Nickel said, just did 150K sub with the Sapphire Reserve, enjoying credits and lounges. Thoughts on adding the Sapphire Preferred before the 100K offer disappears, or current Marriott Boundless of 125K plus a free night. Currently at 324 and not sure if I'll keep my Sapphire Reserve. You got thoughts, Rick?
Slight spoiler, I sniped the 100K offer for my second CSP, so me and my P2
Nice.
now are co-holding CSPs. And Spencer, I would throw that question back to you, and then also want to hear your take on the Bonvoy Boundless offer of 125K.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say, I mean, if you're looking for just like maximal amount of points here, then and you're not gonna like stretch yourself to hit the Sapphire Preferred bonus, I would probably pick it up if I could. 100K is just gonna beat anything else we've seen, and I don't expect them to raise that like next year. So I think it's a great offer. They increase the quality of the card in general, aside from the high deval part, but I think it's a great offer. The Marriott Boundless offer, we talked about this in the video that's going out on my channel in a couple weeks. But, most people go for the 5 free night offer on the Boundless because it's the maximal amount of value you can get. Like right now, that 125K plus a free night is probably a 50K free night, meaning that you're totaling like 175,000 points. The 5 free night one is 250,000 points total, technically, based on that. But you have less flexibility. And one of the topics that we discussed in the video that I'm going to upload from our collab, Rick, is how I kind of regretted going for the 5 free night offer in a way, just because it doesn't necessarily jive with my travel habits. Like I'd rather have flexibility. So the question is like how much of a hit will you take to overall potential value for that flexibility? That's like my shortest way to answer this, I think, but that kind of makes sense, I guess. Let's see.
I would say it's a decent offer. If you ask me, I still like the 5 free night. I think that kind of beats everything with that card. But it's not the only way to play it.
Yeah, let me pull this up really quick. If I remove this. So this one, the one positive about this too is that it only requires 3K in spin. The 5 free night requires 5K. So return on spin wise, I'm not sure what the difference really is, but maximum value, you wait for that one, technically. All right.
Look, there's also
Let's see here.
I think they messed this up. I think we found an error. Go back to that page. It still reads special offer. Oh, never mind. That's extending an entire other year. I was thinking we're in 2027 already.
I know. Yeah, I know.
So,
I get confused on that too, which is
notching that is a nice little add in there though. So you can't forget about that.
agreed. Okay, Rick, I really appreciate you being here. We got one more donation I wanted to read off real quick while you're here. From Rick Beck again, said congrats on 50K. So thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for also leaving this. I'll leave this on screen for a second. But yeah, I guess any last words you want to say before I bring Anthony in, the final guest of the day?
Nah, not too much. Again, congrats, Spencer. Thank you guys for engaging. This is what makes it fun, and asking the questions and just hanging out for a little bit. Have a great Saturday, everybody, and we'll see you guys around.
Yeah, we'll definitely do some more videos here soon. But go check out, remember guys, Wednesday on his channel is another collab video between us. And he's already uploaded one on his channel too. So go check out Rick's stuff in the description. And thanks again, man. I appreciate you. We'll do something again soon.
Thanks so much. We'll see y'all.
See ya. All right. There's one more guest that we have coming on. All right, let me just see if there's anything else. Oh, dang it. I missed this. And he already left the back room. Dang it, dude. Here, maybe we can get him back on just for a second. Let me text him. I heard his kid crying, though, so I don't know. But real quick, let me just bring on the man himself, though I'm even talking about. I'm staring at him in the back rooms. Y'all can't see him, but you know who it is. It's Mr. Anthony Venture. Anthony, thank you for being here today.
It's not Anthony Venture, it's Spencer Venture to you.
Spencer Venture. God, okay.
I can't believe you missed my message, man. I wanted to meet Rick Delish, Mr. Already Guarantee himself.
I know. Well, dude, I'll text him. Let's see if he'll come back.
I don't want to bother him, but like that was a big moment for me, but you kind of messed it up. He said, have fun, AV. Don't let Spencer Johnson get away with frame logging you. Right.
He's already in the chat. Okay, well, maybe you can ignore that, Rick, if you're busy. I just wanted to see if you'd come back for 1 second.
Unreal.
But yes, Anthony, I appreciate you joining us. People were saying earlier, saving the best for last. So obviously you got some fans here.
That's not what I heard. I saw Oscar say that good to have him be last because he ruins everything. So I'm here to ruin the entire stream here now.
I was choosing to ignore that message, but I guess you've left it
Well,
in.
I gotta say, Spencer, thanks for including me on the giant frame mugging 50K extravaganza you got here. It's absolutely amazing. The giveaway, the charity, everything. I've been watching mostly. I had to duck out when Stan came. That I know I was very excited for Stan, but I had to duck out. But I just wanted to say, man, congrats. We have been around for the longest. I remember when we met, you had 600 subscribers. I had 100. We had Eric Gao and Matt Welter and CJ and Calvi and all around that time, obviously Stan. So it was an amazing time. And just to see what you've done over the last 4 years, actually legit 4 years. I don't know. Can I bring something up on the screen right here?
Yeah, you could. Do you see a presentation thing on the bottom,
Yeah,
or
I'll do it right.
yeah, go ahead. Don't dox yourself.
No. All right, should have it.
There you go. Before presenting,
There
it is.
Can you see this?
Oh my gosh, why did you? That's not what we needed to bring up here.
2022, man. 2022, why you're making a YouTube channel. That was 4 freaking years ago. Did you ever think that that kid at 22 years old who was working his engineering job and decided to chase his dreams and his passion would ever be here full-time on YouTube, enjoying it, killing life, traveling all around the world, and doing a live stream just like this at 50K? Did you ever think that you were going to get there?
Definitely not. I mean, even in that video, like if you watch it, I'm pretty sure I mentioned like how like, oh, this channel might, it's going to be about like book reviews, like all this different stuff that I was interested in. And like, it's just life, takes you down a different path sometimes. And I'm like really happy. Like I honestly feel so blessed to like be in the position that I am. And I'm sure you feel the same way too, with your channel, but it's honestly like a dream come true. I wouldn't have even guessed it. I started all of this as a hobby, just trying to connect with like-minded people and share my perspective that I thought was kind of unique, being, kind of in college or coming out of college soon. And I hadn't really seen that represented yet and all of that kind of stuff. So I was like, let me just try this and see what happens. And yeah, again, just feel like the pieces have fallen where they have, and I feel very lucky. So
it's amazing. You deserve all of it. You work very hard, and we've talked a lot on and off, over time, and just the what people don't realize. And let me just say this before we get into it too. When I hung out with Spencer, I don't even think I told him this. I told other people about him. When we hung out in Greenville, when he came to see me, we did our videos together, his level of detail is unlike anyone else that I've found in this space. I mean, he was looking at the very intricate details of color contrasting because the lighting was slightly different in the room that we were filming in. And I was like, wow, he's really, I just kept saying, I was like, I think it's fine. People don't really care. I just kind of like post it. But you had this level of detail that I haven't really seen anyone else really have. And it just goes to show why you're doing so well in the space itself, because it's those little details that aren't the most like scalable thing or things that most people overlook, but people really do actually notice it. And so everything is as perfect as it can be when you go in with Spencer. And so just shout out, man. Just shout out.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Sometimes I might be to my detriment a little bit. Like I focus on so many of the small things, but I don't know. It's just, that's just who I've always been. And I like to be able to apply it to something I really love. It was harder for me to apply that to my cubicle job than it is here. So I just feel very lucky to be able to do it. But
it's hard to reflect on that sometimes, man. It's hard to reflect. It's like going from this to that, and you're like, wow, that is a very stark difference. But the day to day, you don't think about it. So I just wanted to highlight it for you.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, and again, I mean, thank you for taking the time to do this today. I know that it was a little bit difficult. Saturdays are a little bit awkward, but all the audience has been in here this whole time. Like, thank you all for doing it. We have so many donations. It's actually insane. I don't even know what to think about that. But let's get into a couple of questions for Anthony. If y'all have those here, want to make sure that y'all can talk directly to him rather than us talking, because we do this like every day. So which I feel also very lucky to get to do that. Do you know anything about this? Aksha, he said, any news on the Saver card? YouTubers saying it's dead.
I mean, the only person who's made a Saver video is Daniel Sparks in the last 24 hours.
Did he make one?
I think he said what happened to the Saver card, I think was the title. Like, I mean, it was the talk of the town, right? That, Capital One Duo. But once the Venturex lost a little bit of luster, all of a sudden Saver kind of went out the window. But it's really the same card as it's been.
Maybe where they might be talking about like the Saver the old Saber card. Maybe they're getting a little bit confused. But yeah, the Saber rewards now, whatever you want to call it. Old Saber 1 is still alive and well. But yeah, I wonder if they'll ever bring in that like newer Saber X or whatever they were going to call that.
Yeah, we have so many cards in the pipeline that like are maybes, you know, a lot of speculation, but when are we actually getting something?
Yeah. Real quick, I just saw this pop up. I wanted to call it out real quick. Mr. DeSoto has said, had giveaway emails been sent out yet? Yes, they were. They were sent out at 1, so like an hour ago. Check your spam for it because you did win one, so congrats on that. But go check that out. Yeah, Chad said a lot can change in 4 years. Yeah. Absolutely.
Crazy.
Belandro said, Spencer, I'm 20 years older than you and you speak and present yourself better than I do. Keep it up. I appreciate that. That's high praise. But I don't know, man. It's a lot of if you go watch that video that Anthony pulled up, you're not going to say the same thing. So it's just a lot of practice in one specific skill set, you know?
Yeah.
Even the stream appears to have had a couple of bloopers in it. Absolutely. That's what it's all about. That's why I love streams.
Mm-hmm.
Ahmad was asking how we feel about the actual platinum card by Robinhood. I don't think you and I have discussed this together. I did a live with the Jordan Rules for Credit about it, but I don't think I've heard no, you did make a full video about it, but can you give us a rundown of what you thought?
I just thought I don't know, it's a card that has decent credits, you know, definitely can offset the annual fee. I think they have, you know, Robinhood's pretty good with forward looking into a lot of different things, you know, despite what you feel about it, you know, prediction markets and all these different things. They're really trying to revolutionize with each iteration. And so like with some of their credits, like the rideshare credits for autonomous rides is like very forward looking, not necessarily something we can really take advantage of right now. I mean, considering like we just have really Waymo in the grand scheme of things. We have some Zooks in Vegas, stuff like that. Tesla's starting to do some things, but really a Waymo. And you can't even really get that because like, how does it work? Like, do I just call a Lyft? And then if it happens to be a Waymo, because you can't really choose, then the credit kicks in. So it's like, how does the autonomous ride, you know, credit actually work? But yeah, mostly the credits, like they're usable, like they're just like any other card. At least for me, I'm like, if I'm not trying to earn, you know, in certain cashback ways or trying to build up more of the portfolio, I don't know, why would I sign on to just have more credits to offset? Yes, I could probably profit a couple $100 from the card, but is it really worth the time and effort and actually going through? Probably not. Then I just rather divert that to another Amex Plaid or Sapphire Reserve, all of that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, I think my biggest take on a lot of these cards these days is like sure, I could go get it, but like, what am I actually putting all that effort in for? And for a card like that, it's like, I guess to get what, 5x back on dining, 5% back or something like that. And it's like, well, you can get that for free. Yeah. So that's my kind of thing is like, how much effort do I want to put in and like, what is a return for that? Which is a big reason why like, even like the Venture X was one that I just, I didn't need to pay that annual fee and keep it whenever I already had a better card in my eyes in the Palladium. So it's like those kind of decision factors, I guess, come up more the longer you've been in this game, I think, because you just get more tired of the fatigue, like the statement credit fatigue and all that we talked about.
No matter how good a card is, the actual cash in your wallet is the most fungible. It's what you can do the most with, you know, instead of just being in a predefined fashion. That $395 could be a couple months, you know, a few months of car insurance payments. Could be anything, you know, put it towards the mortgage.
DJ October, Ivan's in the building. Let's go. Good to see you, man. He said, happy to have been a sub to both of you guys at around 1,000. Definitely inspiration for me. Learned so much from the two of you. Now I'm 15 cards deep between personal and business. Is what he corrected down below.
He's been around forever. You know,
I know.
Seen him in stream early days for sure. Good.
Yeah, around 1,000. Man, I don't know when were you at 1,000 subscribers? I wonder when that was for me.
It was I think I hit it 7 months after I started, and I started
7 months.
April 4th, 2022. So this maybe December. Might have been around Christmas time, honestly. I think I hit it.
I think that's around when I did too, actually. Let me see. I guess actually oh no, I remember now. It was August 27th of 2022.
Oh, wow.
When I hit it.
Because I remember Stan beat you by like 2 weeks, didn't he?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, mine was like, I know. I started March 3rd, that's right. So August was like, I remember it being like roughly 6 months after I started, which I guess that's a little bit, like 5-6 months. So
yeah, that was a crazy time, man. I mean, I don't know who actually cares other than like our group or the YouTubers, but it's like just when all of us in the Instagram group, like again, Matt Wilter, Eric Gao, Stan, you, me,
Josh
like
Butler.
Josh Butler, yeah, everyone was hitting 1,000. You know, I might have been one of the last ones to hit 1,000. I forget, but it was just fun. It's like, all right, you know, congrats. Now you can be monetized. You can actually make some money from this. You know,
Yeah.
Instead of just putting 14 hours into a video and get zero return or negative return. You know,
Dude, and Calby's like his game shows, like that was a good time. We need to bring some of that back. I think we kind of you kind of move away from it over time, but it's like, dude, that was some of the best. Like I literally, like I'm so fond of those times, even though they were some of the hardest, you know, trying to make this work. But
remember our was it? I think it was we did a Christmas one, but wasn't there like a What's in My Wallet that we all did a collaboration between all of our channels where like one person would hand off to the next? Like I remember, I think I like threw my wallet in the air and like Eric Gao caught it or Matt Welter caught it. I think it was.
Yeah,
it was the
I forgot about that.
People handed it off to the next, right?
That was so good. Yeah, we need to bring that stuff back. I love the collab stuff. Obviously, I mean, this is what I chose to. Like, this is what I wanted to do so bad. And I wish I would have thought like we'll do another future one maybe where we can do like a group, like we're all kind of here together and people can just ask whoever they want questions. You know,
fun. I would love that. Yeah,
I haven't done a group live. Well, Joe had me on for one with Sledge, and that was like a few weeks ago. But I'd love to do more of that. Real quick, Rod Davis, again. The man himself, literally just funding this charity. He said, no substitute for hard work, perseverance, great attitude, and good character. Those qualities will lead you to even more success. He's definitely talking about Anthony here. I can tell. But just Rod, thank you so much. And Keith Tuttle, longtime channel supporter as well. I met him in person actually here in Austin, so that was fun.
Nice.
But Keith is now a new member, or I guess returning member because he's been one before. But I saw you join earlier. Sorry, I didn't say hi immediately, but thank you for being here, dude. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess going back to that Saber, Daniel was saying it was probably just people talking about it moving to Discover. Yeah. I don't really care. I don't like to pay attention to that kind of stuff, to be honest. But I also don't have the card, so that's mainly why. Dakota said thinking about getting the platinum, offering the 175K. If you can get it at 175, I would get it. I definitely can't. Yeah, that's the thing is like it's always up to 175, right? So that's the ticket that you actually don't want to have. But QC man, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, sir. I don't do that enough, but I appreciate you calling it out. Pyro, going back to the Robinhood Platinum said, I think it's specific to Waymo and Zoox apps. Really only benefits the West Coast where autonomous vehicles are everywhere.
Yeah, I guess maybe out there they're more plentiful enough that you could actually select them. Because like we were trying to do it in Atlanta when we were out there with Calby, and it was like, yeah, it's just your random luck if you get matched with a Waymo. You know?
Yeah. They have them everywhere in Austin, and I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
Get with the times, man. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel said, think Rod wants to meet the 500 match by himself. I think he honestly probably already has. Yeah, seriously, dude. Thank you. Tammy, she said, would you have time to address Hilton? Let's go. Would love to know strategy for reapplying and getting subs multiple times. Wait times for reapplying, when to cancel, downgrade, etc. You want to try to do a real quick crash course? I will say up front, we did do a live stream, me and Anthony, I guess a couple weeks back now, probably, where he kind of walked through his entire strategy. And I know he's also made a full video that's more to the point than the live stream was. But maybe you can give her like a really quick rundown of that.
Yeah, if you want the quickest, easy money, wait until Christmas, but usually not around then. If not, wait till around spring. I would say wait until the offers on the no annual fee and the Surpass are 130K and free night certificate. For the no annual fee, 70K and a free night certificate. Bang those both out. I would say one after the other. Literally apply for them the same day. That's what I would recommend. And this is again high level if you're trying to just like kill it with Hilton. Do those two. Very nice. Enjoy your 2 free nights. Enjoy your 200,000+ Hilton Honors points. And then honestly, some people want to go to Aspire. You can do that as well. I haven't needed to in the past, 6 years of owning these cards. Then I wait another year. I wait until they have the no lifetime language links offered on the Hilton cards, which means you can get a new offer on those cards by using those special links. They're on Doctor of Credit. Same exact offer. Free night certificate, 200,000 points between both of them, and just keep running that basically every single year, as long as they'll allow you to. You know, once those dry up, you know, you can get an Aspire. You could play some more games for, you know, downgrading a card, re-upgrading to the Aspire, getting a new free night certificates. There's a whole game there. But I would say if you just do that, you're doing well.
Yeah, and then I guess just a quick note on canceling or downgrading. Like usually they're not going to even let you do it until after a year with the card, but you definitely don't want to preemptively cancel, and you know, just in case they try to claw back points. It's usually a full 12 months. Let the annual fee post on like the Surpass, I guess in this case, and then make that decision, and they'll refund you. So I think it was really good. Thank you, Anthony, for covering that really quickly. Oh yeah, Daniel Rubio drinking moonshine out of the mason jar. Looks like Anthony is. So that's how you celebrate 50K.
That's the way. That's the way, Daniel. Daniel should behave himself, man. He's going crazy.
All the Daniels around here. Daniel Sparks, Daniel Rubio.
Yeah, it's a problem name. It really is. Like
Daniel Braun.
Daniel. Yeah, Daniel Braun's the worst.
No, he really tried to be here today too, which is really cool of him to even offer. But he's on vacation right now, so he's like at the beach, and I'm like, don't. He was gonna try to do it. I was like, dude, don't do that. Like, we'll do another live stream later.
When is he not on vacation? Every time I read his newsletter, he's like, I just got back from Zihuatanejo. I just got back from a crazy country I never heard of. Like, what are you doing?
He's living the dream. Chad Harmon said, do you guys know what happened to the Proud Money guy?
Yeah, I just looked. He hasn't uploaded in 11 months.
Yeah, I actually had looked at one point somewhat recently, and I saw the same thing. I was like, man, I don't really know. I mean, I know he has like the Proud Money business is bigger than YouTube, but obviously he was getting a lot of leads from there. So I haven't talked to him in a long time. I talked to him like one time years ago, but since then, I don't know.
The YouTube game's tough, man. Like Luke mentioned, so many guys have dropped off. Like you guys mentioned Waller's wallet earlier, but I was going through my subscription list, and like half of them don't make videos anymore. It's a tough game. It's hard to continue.
Yep. And that's why you got to do this out of like just passion, right? Like I obviously we're doing this full time, you and I both. So that is a privileged position to be in at this point. But like it takes a lot of effort, and you got to commit to things that you might not want to, but if you always approach it from the perspective of a hobby, like Stan was doing, I think that's why like he was successful, and how you could be successful too. It's like you don't have to worry about the metrics; you just enjoy it. Keith Tuttle again just joined the membership, and he said $5 super chat. He said, "Hey Spencer, no worries, busy stream for sure. Great to see you, Anthony." Have you talked to Keith much? He's a great dude.
Yeah, on Instagram every now and again. I'll have like some special thing sent or whatever.
Yeah, he's an Atmos fiend, so I'm jealous. I guess I should say Alaska, but transition to Atmos.
Yeah.
QC Man said, "Have either of you been taking advantage of the Pays $10 offers?" I got an email about that, but I haven't done it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those things that you can earn a lot. I think with 10x or something like that, you can earn a lot of different things. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's my detriment, but I don't really focus on some of those things, like dining portals and all those different things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still just try to go for the biggest money. The rest kind of takes care of itself. I don't know.
Well, that's the key, right? Is like if you're normally returning 30% because of these welcome offers you're always spending towards, then like getting 10x for $10 purchase like doesn't really feel the same to you, I'm sure. But there are ways, like I know that they had some with like Chase Travel or something like that, where you could really, if you had a trip coming up, you could really earn a lot. But I haven't done it either. Maybe bad of us to even say. That's just not our style, I guess. Filmo's World. Filmo hates robot drivers. All right, 287. That's got to mean something. Or did he just type in a couple of random numbers at the end there?
287. Well, maybe that's what he found in between the couch.
He found it in the back of a Waymo. Took it out.
Somebody left it.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
I can't wait till it's all autonomous. I can't wait to do nothing. I don't want to drive anymore. I want someone else to drive and me to just do nothing and edit a video.
I was talking to my girlfriend about that the other day. I was like, one of these days, like when we're going to the gym, like we're not going to be driving this. We're going to be just going where they need to go. Clinton said he's not so fond of human drivers. So just got a diversity of opinion here. Rod with $50 again. Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh, wow.
Dang. He said, I got a buddy at Chase who hinted at a new card in between the CSP and CSR. Fingers crossed. We've been saying.
Really?
We've been saying. That'd be nice because it doesn't seem to make sense to have a $800 card and then a $100 card with nothing in between. That's a huge gap. But I don't know what they would add to that card at this point after refreshing the preferred, like earning categories wise. Like they might have to remove something from one card to make that one powerful. You know what I mean, Anthony? Like I don't really know what they would do for an in between.
Yeah, that's outside of my imagination to imagine a mid tier. I mean, the only real precedent is like green, gold, plat. I mean, every other ecosystem has like a one big and a one small, like Palladium, Obsidian, Strata Elite,
I guess that's
Premier. I don't know if there's any others. Is there any others I'm missing? Wells Fargo does it? No, it doesn't.
But I guess the difference is a little bit more that like that gap between 800 and 100 is different from like 500 to 100. It's like if there's a card at that $500 level, maybe they could. Which if they're copying Amex, then they probably do want 3. But did Amex just remove the green card or something? I saw Philip posted a video, but I don't know what the update is there.
Yeah, so like a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago maybe, they updated the name to the classic green card instead of just green card. And then that change is occurring on August 20th, which is a little less than a month from now. But as of a couple of days ago, all of a sudden it was removed from the website, and now the referrals are showing like just like get $100 cash. Like if you had the Morgan Stanley or Schwab plat, you send those referrals out. It's like not points anymore; it's just cash. And Cesar mentioned that when the everyday preferred was going away, the same thing happened. So like removed from website, and then all of a sudden the referral changed from earning MR points for referral to now cash. So things are starting to spell the demise finally of the MX green card, and I can't wait. I hope it goes away, but you never know.
Oh gosh, have you talked about it on your channel enough? If you do it one more time, they might finally.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to get rid of this thing for like 5 years now. I'm saying, let's get rid of this green card. Screw it. We don't need it.
Oh god, that's funny. This is something that's been brought up a few times, so I want to just address it real quick. Chad Hardman said, the Samsung card. Any thoughts on that? Let me bring that up for people that haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm. I know some people going out and buying an entire phone, the Samsung phone, just to take advantage of the card. Yeah.
I honestly haven't done a ton into this. I know that it's supposed to be like 3% on all Samsung Pay or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much, going the way of the special 3x on mobile wallet, essentially, but for their specific phone. So as Clinton said, Samsung Wallet only works on Samsung phones. So you gotta, if you don't already got the phone, you have to grab one. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm staying iPhone for a while.
Yeah, I'm good on all that. The Palladium again, it would just beat it for me, anyways. So
yeah.
It's an annoying answer, but that's just the truth. Like 3% cash back. It's the same with the Robinhood Gold. It's like that's why it doesn't excite me as much as it would have last year when I was looking for that 3% cash back. It's like now I'm getting 3 to 4 or more with the Palladium, so it's just hard to sacrifice.
Yeah, in a world with like decent spend, Palladium kind of just wins no matter what.
Yeah. Which maybe it won't next year. We'll see what happens, but for now, I'm gonna keep using it.
Yeah.
Phil Mo said, let me remove this. Phil Mo said 287 is what was left in my travel account after booking Charleston flights.
Yeah, that flight's it's a little bit to get out there.
Yeah, meetup coming up in only a couple months now, kind of, right? So,
that's
Labor Day,
really good one. I'm very close to securing some very awesome things that we've never done before for the meetup. So anybody's going there is going to have a very special treat this time around, I think.
I'll be there. I will be there. I don't know who like all publicly has said. Do you have like any other, I guess, creators specifically that will be showing up?
If you name a creator, they're probably going. Just some other folks I haven't heard from, but yeah, we have so many of them books. Probably at least 30 creators, I would say. Yeah,
it's crazy.
25.
Didn't you say you were planning for like up to like 100 people showing up to this thing? Like how many?
That's my thought, because I know that at the Wild Dunes, the hotel we booked, there's like 45 rooms, and that's not accounting for family, basically a spouse and kids or whatever like that. But with the meetup, they're not going to really bring them. So I think total probably maybe like family wise, but how many people will attend the meetup? I tend to think it's going to be a little less now. I think like maybe 60 people, something like that, which would still be a record, I think, for people. But I think it's going to be great. I can't wait.
Yeah. I'm super excited too. And that's Labor Day weekend for anybody that's curious. Go check out Anthony's Discord.
Yeah.
for
September
more
5th
details.
is the actual meetup in Charleston. Yeah, September 5th, Saturday.
Nickel, $10 donation. He said, life's kept me away for a while, but great to see both of you here. I worked with each of you in individual calls. Yep, Nick here. And grateful for your guidance. Highly recommend consulting call with Spencer and school with Anthony. Wow, that's awesome.
Very nice.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate you. Nick's an awesome dude. Like he's really great. So it's been a pleasure getting to meet him one-on-one on top of obviously getting to know him through these chats. But yeah, there's no replacement for seeing people in person. Like I went and saw a couple guys in Austin this last weekend. Got a couple of drinks with them. Matt Dugan, who's like massive supporter. And yeah, it was a really good time. So I really like getting to meet people one-on-one. Kind of puts all this in perspective, you know.
Yeah.
But dude, my brain is starting to go here. I don't know how y'all go for so much long. Didn't you do like a really, really long live stream with Calby one time?
We did an 8-hour or a 7 or 8 hour one once in his hotel room.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
Yeah, one bed.
Nanoparticle, where's the meeting? That's in Charleston. I don't know exactly what.
We'll
spot.
probably have details the next week in the Discord. Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically.
Point CFO. Let's go. Looking forward to the meetup. Thanks for setting it up. Puerto Rico was nice. Ocean was literally bathwater. Yeah.
Yeah. Puerto Rico. I'm still trying to know. Point CFO. Are you Gary? And sorry, not the dots,
Yeah.
but like it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought so. That was very cool, great guy. Very
Yeah,
fun.
he is.
I'm excited to see you.
Yeah, we hung out. Me and Stan got to hang out with him a good amount during that
Mhm.
trip. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
8 hours, insane stamina. Oh, Daniel said he
Yeah.
can't make this meetup. Maybe the next one though.
Yeah, Calvi can go all night. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
right.
Gary.
Okay, very cool. Okay, that's gonna be
Truck
fun.
fan. He said, "Do you respond to DMs on Discord, or are they annoying and should be avoided?" No, I respond to DMs basically anywhere: Instagram, Discord, email. I guess those are the main three. It might take me a little bit to get back to some of them, but yeah, I always do my best to answer whenever I can. Team Travel or TM Travel. Congrats, Spencer. Hola, Anthony. What's your 524 status and thoughts on your next card?
If I was a little more, of a book reader like Spencer, I'd probably know what my 524 was if I track things. But no, actually, I think it's probably. I don't know. I could be wrong. I think it's probably like not that bad. Like 824, maybe 9. I can't see it being 9 though. I feel like it's probably like 8.
That's a lot of business cards helping that out, right?
Yeah. I just think I don't know. There's some things I'm not accounting for, but probably around there. And as far as like next card, I don't know. We're working on the Sapphire Reserves still. I just hit my Surpass. We're still working on her Surpass, so we still have 2 active subs at the moment. I don't know. I don't think I have any in the pipeline. Any thoughts outside of my normal Surpass every spring? I don't know if I have any thoughts in the next few months, to be honest. I think I have what I want right now, and I'll probably just wait for the next best thing, next offer that comes out. I'm like, oh, cool. I mean, I was considering like if it was possible to get another Sapphire Preferred bonus, even though we've both had the card like for 3 to 5 years between us. But I'm like, I don't know if we can.
Yeah. I'm not even sure what I'm going to be going for next, to be honest, either. I think we kind of talked about this whenever we did our live fairly recently here, but yeah, I guess like the Southwest cards could be back on my roadmap for companion pass purposes. That's probably like the next one, but I'm technically still working on the personal IHG Premier, but I know that my tax payment, I'll knock it out. So I'm not really worried about that one. But yeah, it's like I'm like really stocked up on points right now. Like especially IHG, I have like I think over like 500K with all this stuff that I've been doing with them recently.
Wow.
So I feel good about that. But after that point, yeah, I'm kind of like I probably should just like kind of garden a little bit, and that's why I've been enjoying using the Palladium a lot and just stacking up points there, trying to use them where I can. But
yeah, same.
But yeah, man, I didn't even realize we're already past 30 minutes, so I can definitely let you go now. yeah, the goal is kind of now to maybe wrap up within the next like 30 minutes, and I might just talk to them one-on-one for a bit. But anything else you want to maybe cover real quick beforehand?
No, no. Thanks for having me, man. Again,
Yeah.
you're as I've told you, you're a guiding light for those of us in the trenches of the YouTube game. Want to make some money from it? Want to do this full time? Absolutely. Always look to you as a good guiding light in this space, and that's just on the personal business route. But as far as like content and everything, again, you're the most thorough that I've seen. From the details in your videos to like the color contrast in the video itself, like definitely go to you for a lot of those high-end information for a lot of
I
these
appreciate
videos.
that.
So just appreciate you having us.
Yeah, dude.
having
Thank
me.
you for spending time here and for all the support over the years, and yeah, making my life a lot easier on this YouTube. Like I can't imagine not having done this with you for the past 4 years, you know, and of course all the other people too, but
Yeah.
specifically you in this case, like
Mm-hmm.
it would have been so much harder to get to this point without your support, and so I appreciate you a lot.
Likewise. All right.
But yeah, man, I guess
Enjoy,
everybody say goodbye
everybody.
to Anthony. We'll stay on for a couple more, like I said, a few more minutes, but thanks again, man.
Sounds good. Peace out, everybody. Daniel, behave.
All right, he's gone. Wow, guys. Okay, so that was 2 full hours of getting to chat with hopefully some of y'all's favorite creators. We've had some insane donations. Again, we're not done just yet. I know a bunch of people are going to leave now that we don't have a guest, and that's completely fine. But I want to remind y'all what this was all about, right? So obviously extremely thankful for this position being at 50K subscribers. But what today was for was to give back to the community and then give to people in need, right? So this is a charity stream. So Rod has donated, I don't even know how much money today. I mean, I think he literally has pushed our $500 goal by himself today. He's given away like 60 or 70 gifted memberships. Let me just count these up. Where are we at? Is that the right one? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 40, 60 gifted memberships and hundreds of dollars in donations. Like it's just insane. And we've had so many people donate. And all that money is going to go to charity. So again, I'm going to give you all some time to go to this community post. Go back here real quick. Go to this community post, the 50K community post, which, by the way, thank y'all so much for all the likes on this one. That might have been the most we've ever had. But you can see we've had a couple of people comment their favorite charities. So we had St. Jude's that just got posted. So thank you for doing that. But we had the Ronald McDonald House as one of them. For a great cause, Undo Medical Debt by Calder. Looking at a couple screens here. So I do want to ask you though, like, what do y'all think about how we should do this? Do you think we should all send it to one place or split it up across a few of y'all's favorites? Open to suggestions here. Maybe I'll do a quick poll just to get a real answer here. Start a poll. Should charity donations be split? There we go. I think I just started a poll. Let me know if y'all see that. But yeah, I want to know what y'all think for this. And then after this live ends, I'll go into the dashboard, pull all of the data that we have, and send y'all another community post once I've made those donations. But yeah, let's see here. Go back to the chat here for a second while y'all do that. Phil said, I like those giant checks. Yeah, I don't have one of those on hand, but that would be pretty funny. Perfect. Yeah, it looks like y'all got the poll here. 79% say yes to split, so that's good to know. Kyle Dotson said, I just joined. How's everybody doing? Been a good day so far. You know, we're 2.5 hours in. We've had so much support, hundreds of dollars of support. I'll be matching $500 of my own money for this, and I'm pretty sure we've crossed that threshold, so we'll be donating to a few charities of y'all's choice, it looks like, based on this poll. So go ahead and comment those on that community feed. Yeah, of course, I do want to, if y'all have any specific questions for me, I'd love to answer those for you real quick over the next like 10 minutes or so. And then we'll end after that and kind of just wrap up on everything. But yeah, Tammy, thank you for hanging out. Sorry. Daniel said, don't leave us, Anthony. Elvis has left the building. Yeah, thanks again, man. Appreciate you coming on. Here's a question from Stephen Baker. He said, when was the last time the golden era of being in the credit card game was, which I got into it in like 22, 23. This is one of those questions that's kind of tough to answer because it's like, I think you go through multiple different kind of like golden eras and everybody feels like they're in the worst times, right? Like we're all waiting for Jesus to come back essentially. Like that's something that happens like every 10 years or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, obviously right now it is, I think objectively a bit harder than it used to be. But at the same time, if you are in good graces with these banks, you're getting like the most value possible because it's highest welcome offers ever and all of that. But I do think that like whenever I started was kind of like the golden era, that 22-ish time frame. Because that was back when you could get like unlimited welcome offers on like any cards. There was really no like rules about, there were rules about velocity like 524 and all of that, but it was way less like mainstream for these issuers to do this. Coupon books weren't as bad. They're way worse now. So that was like, I think that was a great time. You had the US Bank Altitude Reserve in its good form. Sapphire Reserve, I think, was in a great form back then. Just less coupons to worry about. So that's probably like a good estimate for like the last time that it was really, really good. Point CFO, Gary, what's up? He said, gents, what's your recommendation for high business spender outside of Amex Business Gold bonus once you maxed out Hyatt Card to Globalist on all built accelerators, gotten over 60K? Dude, I don't know. That's a problem that I do not have. But it's probably just putting it on a card that gives you the highest flat rate, right? Like, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of just like what I would do. You kind of need like no preset spending limit. It'd probably be something like a Venture X business or Sapphire Reserve business, right? Like just to maximize total potential value after that point. But you're already like so far in the green if you've done all those other things that I just can't even imagine how you would even need more. Like I wouldn't probably be stressing as much at that point, but he said he's using Built 2X for all incremental spend. Yeah, that's a good question. Vander said, congratulations with 50K, watching the whole stream from the TV. Any ideas if the new Hyatt card will come till the end of the summer as promised? Oh, I don't know. Did they promise that? I didn't even see that, but I bet you it's not. We know that we can't hold our breath with them. I think that card has been in my prediction for the last like 2 years. Nothing. So I don't know. Rod Davis, 10 more? Dude, someone take this guy's card away. Look at this. That's insane, man. That's 70 gifted now with hundreds of dollars in donations. I'm just like, I'm so grateful to be like, I guess like the pass-through entity for this to the charity that deserves it. So Rod, I thank you again. I don't even know what else to say to you at this point. It means a lot. Yeah. Yeah, Rod is a legend token. Truck fan, big respect for keeping content AI free. Oh yeah. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I do think like it can be funny in some regards. Like I think people play into that a little bit. I'm not going to name any names, but I think it can be done in a good way. But yeah, I'm not, I guess my excuse, I'm honestly not good enough to even try it, but I like to have my hand in like every aspect of it. So I have a hard time passing it off. Pyro, that's, I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit, but did you ever feel like you had a breakout moment in your YouTube career, or was it all more gradual? I've had videos that have definitely like broken out a bit. I remember like the first video that did really well for me was, let me actually pull it up real quick. One of my first videos that did really well. Oh, wait, not that. Let's just scroll down. Some of these thumbnails, man, they make me cringe. Pretty sure this is at 1.4K. So how many of y'all went and watched this video just now? We don't need to be watching that old video. Don't worry about it. This was my first like real pop. I remember the Amex Gold, how to instantly get approved. Like this one still to this day is one of my best performing videos. And that was really cool. I was in New York when this happened. And I just like kept refreshing my YouTube studio and it was just like 1,000 views, 1,000 views. It was just crazy, and subscribers and everything. This one really helped push me over a line. Please don't play the audio. I'm going to see exactly when I uploaded this. June 12th of 2022. So this is right before I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I remember this one pushed me pretty hard. But yeah, that was one of them. And dude, I'm watching on like an incognito browser and these ads and everything. I'm not used to seeing that. And then I remember this one did pretty well too. Like back in the day, it was one of my quicker growers. But yeah, I don't know. There's been multiple moments like that throughout the years. I got connected with some really good people, even, back like 3 years ago when I started the Creator Conversation series. Oh my God, Mark Plymouth, haven't talked to him in a bit. Hope he's doing well. But yeah, it's just like, it's steady growth, right? Like you commit to this for years and, maybe you never expect it to pay off like this, I don't think, but I feel really blessed that it has. And that's all thanks to you guys. So thank you. Ooh, more jewels. KP 1242 sent a corgi. I did see that pop up in chat actually, but thank you for that. It's going to a good cause. So thank you. Oh, I need to end this poll. So definitely going to be splitting the donations to a few different, and I'll go back over these submissions after this stream, and we'll see where those are going to go, and I'll make a post. I know, Token Nerd, I think he is trying to hit a bonus here. Yeah. Thank you so much. Dr. Points and Miles, when you have a family of 6, you need more points. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, you're talking about CFO's question? Yeah, I mean, it depends on how much you're spending, right? But if you're maxing out all of those different things, and it's just like, you can keep welcome offer hunting if you want, but at the end of the day, like, you're going to run out of that kind of stuff. And then every year you're going to max out those same cards, get all the statuses you want, and then put all that other spend on some kind of flat earning rate card, I would assume. You can maximize categories too, but it's just like, how much are you going to want to do that? I think you get to a certain point. Like, I'm making a video right now, actually, where the package should come in today. Well, I won't say anything actually outside of that, but I'm going to be making a video about the world's most exclusive cards. So like Amex Centurion, JP Morgan Reserve, Dubai First Royal, like all those cards that you've probably heard of, even some that I hadn't heard of. And like, I got to interview, he's not in the video, but I interviewed somebody who has those cards to make sure my information was accurate. And it's just like, for them, like, he still plays this game. Like, obviously he's a subscriber, so he's seen this, or he's in this space, but he is spending so much money that he literally wouldn't be able to redeem the points quick enough if he wanted to, outside of cashback. So I think you get to a point where this game is a little bit like, it's diminishing returns and you're just doing it for the love of it. But that's not most of us, obviously. We all just need more points. See you later, Truck Fan. Thank you for hanging out today. I appreciate you. Yeah, subs are higher now, but a lot more restrictive. I agree. Coder, do I think the Palladium is currently the best card on the market? If it fits your lifestyle, yeah. If it doesn't, like, if you're not going to use the hotel credits, then no, there's better. But yeah, it's in like all of our setups for a reason, All right, let's see here. Dr. Points and Miles said, I think we went through a golden era right before minimum spends went up. The elevated offers were there. Inflation had started, but the minimum spend hadn't. Yeah, that's a good argument. Kyle Dotson, switching out Shard Premier for Venture X if main priority is portal bookings, good or bad? I mean, Shard Premier gives you pretty solid earning rates for the portal. Yeah, you get 10x on hotels and car rentals. I guess airfare is the only thing you don't get super elevated on. So it depends on how much of that you're doing. But even then, it's only 5x on the Venture X. I would say you could probably just do both. I don't know if you need to switch one out. But maybe I'm misunderstanding you, but I would say use both. Like, that combination would be really good. Truck Fan said, I'm out of here. Might see a DM from me if I get rambunctious. Sounds good, man. Scott's Points. In your opinion, what's the best card that is no longer available but still has users that are grandfathered in? Probably the City Prestige, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure those are still in existence if you're grandfathered in, because doesn't Rewards Master have one? But that one was like, it did have some pretty crazy earning rates. But I do think they nerfed the benefit of the 4th night free with the hotels. Like I think they did that a long time ago. So I'm not sure that those grandfather cards have that. But back in the day, like that one was really powerful. I think it was like, wasn't it like 5x on dining, 4x on some categories, 4th night free, like really powerful card, honestly, but it wasn't ever really talked about. I just think because there wasn't as much content being made and people didn't like City, and maybe some of the earlier creators, like City isn't like very friendly to creators in the sense of like there's no affiliates or anything. So maybe that's why it wasn't talked about. I'm not sure. But I think that's probably be my answer. Oh my gosh, we got more donations. And of course, the man himself, Rod Davis. He said, got an upcoming $125,000 tax bill from me and player 2. Dude, holy. No wonder he's been able to contribute as much as this. That's insane. Best recommendations for business card subs. I mean, yeah, I would say again, Sapphire Reserve business, Venture X business, that right there puts you at 60K. So that's already, I mean, it's a massive portion. Amex Business Platinum's another 20K. Amex Business Gold, another 10 or 15, 10K. Those are like the high spend ones I can think of right now. But all of those would already get you pretty far. That's a massive bill though, dude. That's crazy. And you will be paying fees for that to use a credit card. But those returns on the welcome offers are so much higher that it usually doesn't matter. But yeah, thank you again for another donation. Oh, that's right, Gary. Thank you. 4th night free is still there with the Prestige, but only twice per anniversary year. So yeah, I think it used to be unlimited. Still great though. I mean, to be grandfathered in. Oh yeah, you agreed with me earlier. Nice. 5x Aaron restaurant, 4th night plus restaurants. That's $28 for 2 as part of Priority Pass. Nice. Token said, I personally think the Strata is overrated simply because the annual fee is hard to use. Strata, which one? Elite? Premier? Strata Premier, I don't know. I don't think you can really say it's overrated because you have to have it to access all of City's partners at the highest rate. So that's hard to say that it'd be overrated. But I get where you're coming from. It is kind of hard to wipe that if you're not spending money on hotels, I guess. Favorite redemption? I would say the trip we took to Italy last year, business class and all that. It was insane. So yeah, that'd be my favorite one for sure. It was like a $19,000 trip that we got for like $900 in taxes and fees, plus a ton of points, but still. Oh yeah, good point. The Capital One Spark cards, I guess they do have some of those too. Just be careful because some of those do add to 524 if you really care. Well, you probably don't, but or sorry, not 524. They add to 524, but also your personal credit report. So you got to be a little bit careful. At what point, Gary, are you and Dr. Points, are y'all gonna just get a Centurion? You know. Kyle Dotson, have you heard if the Strata Premier rumored changes are true? I don't even know what the rumored changes are, to be honest, but no, they're not. I don't think they've been confirmed by any means. I think you're talking about like a survey or something they sent out. It's not confirmed to my knowledge. You said like if you need American Airlines, yeah, but without the custom cash, it's hard to sell. Yeah, it's definitely harder, but the custom cash only earns you, what is it, like, I can't do the math right now, dude. My brain's fried. It's like 25 a month or something, right? In value, which is 2,500 points. So that's 30,000 points a year is solid, of course. But even like the duo of the double cash plus Strata Premier is already extremely solid, especially obviously for flying AA. But yeah, if you don't need them, you don't have to get it. It might be overrated for you, but that doesn't mean it's overrated for everybody. Because most people are flying like AA, or a lot of people. Chad said, what Venture card do I get for a casual traveler? Actually, on Monday, again, I'm posting another Members Wallet audit video. And that one, I talk about this quite a bit. It's weird because the Venture X is the highest annual fee one, but it is definitely, in my opinion, the best option out of all of them. Even with just one trip a year, you can wipe the fee with the travel credit. and then you get better earning categories, better benefits. So out of the three, I would get that one personally. If you really, for whatever reason, don't want to pay the annual fee, I guess the venture, like $95 is fine. At least gives you 2x back, but otherwise really can't justify. The venture one is only there for access to partners for free, but you wouldn't be spending on it. So that's like more of a downgrade option in my eyes. But yeah, I would say venture X probably. But yeah, y'all, I mean, this has been an insane stream. I want to end like right before this 3-hour mark. I don't even know how much money we're donating right now, but it is insane. And I have to shout out Rod, of course, for the hundreds and hundreds of dollars that he's donated today. I'm going to try to like scroll through all of these really quick, but it's insane. Started off with Ian. Like, just look at all of these donations. I genuinely can't believe how much love y'all have shown. And it just is a testament to like how good y'all have been to me throughout the years. Like, this isn't just a one-time thing. Y'all have been doing this for so long. And that's what means the world to me. Obviously, this is not money going to me, so y'all keep that in mind. But I'm not trying to, I would never just do that. But this is insane. And I want to say thank y'all for the support over the past 4 years that we've been doing this. It's only just getting started. Like, we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep going and try to serve y'all the best that I can for years to come. So it's just the beginning, but I wanted to stop for a bit and just celebrate this milestone. And again, congrats to all of the winners of the giveaway. There was 29 of y'all. Emails got sent out at 1 p.m. If you didn't see it for whatever reason, it's probably in spam. If it's not there, then, and you know that you won, then DM me and I will get you sorted, or email me directly. Spencer@SpencerJohnsonOfficial.com is where all of that would have come from. But yes, thank y'all again for everything. Oh, sorry, I just missed this. John McKinstry. Great stream. Here's the road to 100K. Thank you, man. 37 months, dude. You crossed 3 years. Crazy. But yeah, much love to all of y'all out there. It's been a great day. I hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, I don't even know what else to say. It's been amazing. But thank y'all again. And let me get Odin. Odin. Come here. Here he is. Come here, Bubba. Come up. Alrighty. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching today and for helping me and Odin eat tonight. But if y'all enjoyed it, of course, leave a like on this stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're somehow not. If you're watching this, I would hope that you are. And I'll keep y'all updated with the charity donation here in the next couple of days once I get all the data from YouTube about this. So much love again. DeSoto sent me an email because you won. So I sent you one, but if you didn't get it, maybe there's something wrong. Email me and we'll get it sorted. But yeah, again, thank y'all so much and much love as always. Here's to 50K more. And of course, we'll catch you guys next time.